Thanks, babe.
Appreciate you for not letting me die in my chair tonight.
All right.
Okay.
So let us begin this Mokoko cast. Thank you for joining me, friends. Welcome, Dadrage. Welcome, Zzav. Welcome, Rufio. I appreciate you guys. Welcome.
Hello.
That was good. We one of these days we'll need to start the episode off with getting a thumbnail, but today's not that day. So I'm gonna use you guys as emotes, by the way, as the thumbnail on YouTube, just so you guys know. Also, the most insane week of Lost Ark information.
Yup.
Holy shit. We'll start with Dadrage. How are you feeling?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
How do I feel about like all the info?
Yeah, how do you feel about the beginning of the last 2 weeks until we finally have our own damn servers?
Well, I'm still waiting. I feel like the last 2 weeks before this, I've just been sitting like a kid sitting in school. It's like last day until summer school, and the clock, it's like 5 minutes left, and you're just staring at it.
Yep.
And it's just not moving.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes later, he's still not moving. But no, I'm excited. I'm glad we're getting as much content as we are, and
It's been wild.
oh, dude, yeah.
Zzav, how you feeling?
I'm excited, pretty much. I mean,
Wait, wait, hold up.
I froze, so I'm frozen. That's a great face.
Oh, great.
Shit, everybody froze.
Great face.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You good, dude?
Okay, we're good. Video Ninja like went down and everybody stopped moving for a second.
Well,
Holy crap,
that
dude.
was, that was a great,
It's okay.
great face for
I'll
it.
cut that out.
Well,
Why did I agree to this? Hello?
This jank ass scuff fucking podcast. Golly.
wow.
Jesus.
Welcome to hell, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But
Continue, sorry.
it's I'm excited. Like everybody else, it's just the anticipation, the waiting for it, just all of it. We just want it. Give it now, please.
Yeah, it's like I like the dad rage analogy, like that summer break. And you're just sitting there staring at the clock, waiting for the last day to fucking tick down. You're like, I'm never gonna see you guys again. I'm out. And then you just like walk out the door into your summer. And it's wonderful. Rufio, how you feeling?
I'm nervous. I've gone over this like a million times. I'm nervous. I mean, it's like a good nervous though. It's like a new adventure, kind of,
Mhm.
like starting over in NA, all the way with the T3 content. I'm really really excited though. At the end of the day, like, I'm happy that there's more content that's opened up. I know Zzav, you had a really good hot take that made its rounds on Reddit and the forums and discussion boards. Based around your idea of too much content, we complain, too little content, we complain. What is your post-apocalyptic announcement? What is your feelings towards the T3 content coming out?
Oh, I think the way that they're doing it is close to the best way they could have done it. The only other realistic best way they could have done this release would have been doing T2, starting on T2 and being in that for like a month or something, and then opening up that same base T3 that we have now. But I think that overall, this is going to be totally fine for people. No way in any capacity would have launching with only T1 been good for the game at all. Like 1 month on T1 when T1 got cleared and 4 days on beta, that would have been awful.
I think we definitely would have saw like a New World-esque type of player wave where when like T1 comes out, obviously everyone gets really excited. They hit 50. They do, so many islands, and then they're like, all right, I'll come back when new content gets introduced. They're like, I feel like there's so much to the game that the average player that comes in is going to be very like, I don't know what this adventure book is, these achievements, like the island hearts, all the other collectibles in the game. I think that's something that like I've been trying to explain to my community. Like, listen, when you hit 50, there's so much to do, like
Mhm.
besides just your dailies and weeklies. Like, don't stress about getting your dailies and weeklies done and making that a chore. There's so much more of the game to explore. So yeah, I'm really, 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 really excited. What about you, Dadrage? What's your take on entry level T3 coming straight into the game?
I like it. I mean, the only way that I think they could have did it differently is like Zzav said, and just letting out the T2. But I still don't think like. I think it would have more hurted people. Like, yeah, you have your casuals, but I guess the top end people, like the hardcore veterans, they still would have been there and already, been doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it really would have changed anything because then T3 comes out and they're already rushing T3, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
having all the content is a great idea. Like, you don't want too little to do, but you don't want an overwhelming of too much to do, which I don't think with T3, I don't think it's overwhelming. You have tons of time. It's not a race. It's not like there's so much to do. Like, there's no reason to, have FOMO and just be like, oh, look at those guys. They're so geared up. Oh my God, look at their scores. Oh my God. Like, you just do whatever. I think it's great. I love it.
I think
Awesome.
I think people are worried too much, and Kanema put it. Kanema was on Cannon's stream / podcast earlier today talking about it,
Yeah.
and people were asking him like, how fast do we rush through this? And he's like, don't. Like, the only thing I'm going to do is get to 1340 on any character that I plan to use as a main or an alt,
Mhm.
and then when Argos comes out, like, I'll get to 1370 and do phase 1. I'm not even gonna finish phase 3 in Argos because there's really no point in the beginning with how much money you have to sink in anyway to do phase 3 of Argos.
Mhm.
So like, I think people are mistaken because obviously we're all kind of seasoned. We've been playing this game a long time now, and it's like we have that information and we can impart that information on the entire community and help them like kind of, hey man, you just chill. It's not that big of a deal. Like, tier 3 is important and it's going to be fun, but take your time with it.
Absolutely. What DJ, out of curiosity, now that we have all like up to Papanika, right?
Mhm.
What region are you most excited to experience the story for in English? For me
Phaeton.
personally, what is it?
Whoa.
Phaeton.
Phaeton?
I'm an edgelord,
Really?
guys.
Okay.
I'm a fucking mega
Really?
edgelord. Come on now.
Oh,
I'm an edgelord too,
man.
but
If there was
really Phaeton?
if there was a Dark Knight class or like
Oh,
any
here we go.
yeah, come on now.
You and Gretton.
God,
I'm just
man.
excited. I'm excited for Yorn.
Yorn's cool. I like Yorn a lot.
Yorn
too.
is gonna be
Same.
great.
Yorn's gonna be
Dude,
so sick. I hope the
in
voice
English,
acting.
I can't wait.
I
Oh
really-
my god.
Are you guys-
That's where I'm most excited for is Yorn.
You guys
Like,
waiting for the song?
yeah, yes.
The redub
I want it all.
English song?
Yeah.
Oh my
God, I
God.
hope
Well,
it's good.
don't
God, I hope
forget-
it's good.
Don't forget, there will probably be a good amount of people who play it in Korean since we do get the option
Yeah,
for it to
true.
be in the Korean
That
voiceover.
is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Are you guys gonna? I know Dadrage was melting over
Ugh.
the JP voiceover.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just you're like
Um,
listening to anime.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So that's what I feel like. Low key, that's something I feel like I wish Amazon would have kind of done and brought in some notable voice actors to really like spice up the advertisement and just like showcase like how much effort they're really putting into the game. I mean, not to say that the voice actors that we're getting are gonna do a terrible job, but it would like the way Japan like really announced their like everything that they were announcing. I was just so impressed. I was like, man, they're really putting some hype into these voice actors. Like, I really hope we see this with NA.
Well, it can't be worse than solos.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's okay. That's very true. That's very, very true.
Did anyone play Elion? Did they get voice acting for Elion?
Yeah, it sounded like they were in like tin cans at one point. Like I played during the beta and I couldn't like it just sounded like they were recording like outside in like a trash can or something. It was really weird.
Because it was like
It was there.
right before solo, and then I went I went from Elion straight to solo, and then Lost Ark got announced, and I was like, fuck these games, I'm out. And then I was like back to Lost Ark immediately. Well, okay, so you guys are like excited about the voice acting. What do you guys think of the English voice acting so far that we've played?
Some of it's good. Some of it's, but yeah, I'd say for the most part, it's good. It's not bad.
Zam, what's your feeling?
I mean, it's gonna be one of those things where it could definitely be worse, but it could be better.
Yeah.
I think it's people gotta set realistic expectations,
Realistic expectations.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
what was the worst voice acting I've really like? I'm trying to think of the MMO with the worst voice acting I've ever heard.
Solo.
Solo.
All right,
Hands down, without even a question.
Solo was pretty bad.
All right.
When BDO lost licenses to certain voice actors and they went in and changed the voice actors for some of the vendors.
Jesus.
Yeah, like the guy in Heidel, the dwarf in Heidel. They completely rechanged him to a whole nother person. And then I think it was what is it? The guy in the town right before Valencia, like right before you head out to the desert. They changed that guy too, and it the whole I was like, I never want to come to these villages anymore. Like, you're not the same voice actors.
I think if it wasn't Solo, then I would probably have to say Arcages, because Arcade
Oh,
did
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Arcade did theirs in-house with Tryon. They did it themselves.
No.
So that was
Saving money is a terrible idea.
That
Spend a
was
little bit of
interesting.
money on
I
voice
forgot
acting.
about that. God.
So Zzav, you've played you've kind of jumped around with a lot of MMOs when they release, and you usually play them for a week, and then you come back to Lost Ark. Is there anything right now, especially with this January announcement with T3 content? Is there anything that would really pull you away from continuing your experience through the content of Lost Ark, or are you pretty locked in right now with everything that we've got?
Oh, I'm absolutely fully locked into Lost Ark. I mean, there were things that I was interested in. I was actually looking forward to originally in December. I was looking forward to Swodor's expansion because I really enjoy the story of that game, and that is a game with great voice acting and story campaign. But they delayed to February 15th, so that's not happening.
Lol.
I don't care enough about Swodor to go to that.
Yeah.
And then Guild Wars 2 is having they get good voice actors as well. They're having their expansion at the end of the month of February. They also delayed because they were also supposed to release it in the end of 2021, but so those games are all on layaway until I'm at a point with Lost Ark where all the alts are ready, all the main characters ready, and I just jump on, do some PvP, do my daily routine stuff, and it's like, all right, I got time to check out some of these other MMOs. Fortunately, Guild Wars 2, the only thing I'm interested in it is PvP, because there's literally zero gear progression in Guild Wars 2. So you just jump in and do some world v world and whatnot. But yeah, Lost Ark's a game I've been waiting for 3 years now, and I'm not leaving it.
So with Dadrage and DJ, you guys are both PvP demigods. You guys are both on the KR platforms.
Are you high right now?
Crushing. Okay. All right, sorry. All right. Dadrage, since you're a PvP god.
I like that.
How excited are you guys to finally delve into some PvE content? And what are your thoughts on the new? And Zzav, obviously, this is for you as well. The early game cutscenes now being able to be skipped, as well as the balance tweaks for the pacing of the game. Are you guys excited about this? So you can get through the story faster to get to the arena faster, or are you not going to skip those key cutscenes?
I don't PvP. I'll be reformed on launch. I'll be PvEing.
Oh wow!
At least for the first month until ranked comes out.
Yeah, there it goes. There it goes.
It'll be doing the arenas for the weekly reward.
Yeah,
but
10 arenas.
There's definitely no immediate necessity to farm arena or anything. Do it for fun because it'll be nice to play with low ping. You don't want to get rusty, but
absolutely
play with some homies.
don't need to freaking sweat lord it off the rip.
Yeah, finally,
DJ.
Fortunately.
about
Yeah,
time
DJ.
we're all on the same server. We can actually like queue up together. Me and Dadrage have not had a chance to queue up together, even in KR yet. I mean, we played against each other. We played on the same team, but like you're always on a different server. That'll be fun. I'm excited to get into PvE specifically for Guild v Guild. In the beginning, I think it's gonna be fun, but then I think like soon as 1400 gets easily obtainable, I think Guild versus Guild is gonna be real messy for a while.
Is there?
Yes.
Did you guys come from like the Japanese launch, right? You guys have played the Japan launch or the Russian launch of the game. Okay, how did the Guild v Guild work in the beginning of the game when it first dropped? Was it right away, or was it a months into the game? How did that type of content come about?
I don't think they had it right off the rip in JP, from what I
Yeah, it was
remember.
like
They
6
didn't have
weeks
ranked
out.
or GVG. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not something like day one people are going to be queuing to go and take over islands.
Right,
That's not
right.
missing. Okay.
Yeah, and during
Okay.
beta there was no GVG board to interact with, so
Okay. Yeah, I know in our beta, like we had like very cut down things. So from the closed beta, there's a lot of feedback about the pacing of the game in terms of gearing and stuff like that. Are you guys expecting anything remotely what we have here in like RU, where like you can enhance pretty quickly and get to that T2, T3 faster, or do you think they might throttle it back to really like prolong you getting to at least the intro T3?
I think it'll be like it was in beta,
Same.
but not what Russia is. Like Russia right now is you get 100% up to freaking practically plus 15, and you get like plus 2 all the way to plus 12 for each enhancement. You just progress so fast for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like I remember everyone was talking about the islands during beta. I know like Saiwo, when he did his interview, that was something he was talking about on his own stream, where he was like, man, like the islands were just giving out tons and tons and tons of mats. Like
Right.
I was able to just like fish up really, really quick. I'm curious if they rebalance any of the endgame islands to really start giving out more T3 materials rather than just like T1, T2 for completing like content on them.
I don't know. Good question.
I think what we had in beta will still be good as long as we don't get that Russian situation, right? For for progression. I think we'll have a good pace up to like if it takes like I'd say like a week maybe at most to get to like 1302, I think we're in a good position. So
I think it'll take more than I think it'll take people more than a week to get to 32.
Yeah.
For a variety of reasons. First of all, time. Okay. Because you need a lot of the materials, you need the gold, you need everything to go through T1 and T2 gear progression wise. And so that means you're also going to need to make alts and spend time on those as well. But I think the big thing will be, gold. Gold will be the biggest gate for a lot of people with that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. Oh, what were you going to say, Rufio?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, so the gold gate, like I was worried about gold progression in terms of like if we're getting close to Korea and Russia's client, like we don't get gold until way later. So there's gonna be like a huge drought, and we'll be using shillings to upgrade up until T3. Right? So like what are you guys worried about not being able to get gold through voids in the early stages? Like Great Gate, I don't think is giving gold anymore, right?
I think they redid. I think in KR, you guys are on the KR client, so you'd have to log in and tell me this. But I think in KR, if I'm not mistaken, they re-rolled it back to, instead of it being 3 times a week that you could do a void or the void dungeons.
Yeah.
They rolled it back to 1 and it gives gold again. So I think that's what we're gonna see on the NA. Really, again, I could be mistaken, but I know right now on the RU client, for instance, me being a PvEer, you can run like the early T1 raid. You can run them 3 times. Like I was in with a group of my viewers and friends, and we were literally just like running them just to get books and like the mats that you can throw on the market.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can run them like 3 times. So I feel like the 3 times thing might not be there on the NA release, which I hope it's not. I would prefer to start earning gold early on. Because yeah, like you can't, or else you're relying on gold portals and all the gold, the treasure islands and things like that. Like you're gonna be heavily relying on that and building the rapport. Because I know, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, like the side quests and like that, rapport, like all those ways to earn like gold. Because I know, I think it's in Peyton, you can earn like 2,000 gold if I'm not mistaken, by doing some rapport missions with people. But again, that's not enough when you're entering T3 and you start that enhancement process.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I hope personally, I really hope to see more ways to earn gold, especially with like end game content. Because I know, like when I first got into the client, I think Mystic was a way to like earn gold on top of like my void dungeons and stuff like that. So I was able to put a little bit of gold in my pocket to do some stuff. So
I think obviously Mystic being out of the game right now, other than for like winter events, I think I'm still worried about gold progression. I think it's gonna be like the wild west where like knowledge reigns supreme, obviously, and like people are gonna be in a very unique position unless they're like the crafters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dadrage, how are you feeling about gold right now? Like coming into.
I'm afraid of getting stuck.
You're afraid of getting stuck, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, just like how they changed it in Korea, right? Like everybody used to make 100 alts and then just have a ton of gold, and then you just be stuck behind materials. But it seems like it's like reverse now. Like I feel like you're just gonna get stuck behind the gold.
That might be something that I hope that they come in early on, like that they address early on. They start paying attention to is like, oh crap, like the majority of the player base is really struggling to get gold. We should like look at how we can adjust this to better improve. Because obviously for like veterans, a majority of the veterans are going to be fine. They're going to play the market. They're going to buy and sell stuff that they need. They're going to craft things. They're going to run the content that they know they can get gold. But the average player that doesn't know all these like tips and tricks is going to be the ones really running into problems.
Nah, they'll watch a YouTube video the first weekend.
Is there any like crazy like, that's a YouTube video I think content creators should be jumping on, is like,
it'll be made. There'll be
Wilkie's
like
10
of them will pop up.
Wilkie's got like right off the rip what you do and you need material and blah blah blah, like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, like all the islands and all that. So
Zzav, are you working on one of those?
That no
gold income? Okay.
Not that.
Direct people to your YouTube.
I feel like you gotta
segue, but I mean,
you gotta wait. I think we gotta definitely have to wait to see like what we get for a version of the game before we can really like make that content. Because I know
all speculation, you know.
Yeah, everything's speculation at this point. Go ahead.
No, I just I keep thinking about like the end of T2 and the experience of like Great Gate when T3 was starting, when you had Great Gate and everybody was just running that on like 12 alts because Argos wasn't feasible easily, and like Voltan, like the beginning before Voltan was really a thing, and like that 1370 grind before Voltan exists is difficult. So I like brings me back to tempering people's expectations. But what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Let's get into the nitty gritties. What server are you guys choosing?
Xena Warrior Princess.
Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
How did you guys come to the determination of this? Out of curiosity.
This is very
server
easy.
listed.
As the first. That's
no
what I
red
thought.
servers at all.
That's what I thought.
That's what it comes down to. It's very simple MMO audience logic. If there's no good notable names, you just go to the first one, and that becomes the one that people go to primarily, because it's the first one people see, right? And that's going to be the first one that's on the list when it pops up for people, and so it naturally becomes like the first server people try to go to.
But I really hope they're in this order, because if they scramble these on you guys, I'm gonna die of laughter. Everyone's like, mass clicking.
West, for example, Valton, easy mode.
Easy, exactly. Best name.
Like it's no brainer, right? But it's not first, but it's a very identifiable name that has a vital role in the game. You know, freaking Legion General. Right? Friggin' EU got all the names.
Yeah, what the fuck? They got
dude, they got all the cool ones.
I was a little. Although I will say, Avesta I was really happy to see that, dude. Shout outs to the Bladers with the hands of a Vesta, because I was like, oh, okay, cool. We're being represented. Still not going to that server, but I'm stoked.
You guys have seen this whole directory, right? That Reddit put
Oh,
together.
man.
This is
Oh, yeah.
insane,
So
right?
dumb.
Like it. But like,
This is gnarly.
what the amount of effort that someone had to go through in this Google Doc. I mean, we as a community we're Google Doc'd out like crazy. Everybody's making a new Google Doc, but this is like I looked at it and I was just like, bro, it's got Discord names for literally every guild leader, every guild, the count of guilds, who's going where. This like shocked my brain.
This is nuts. This is really, really nuts. It's starting to put into like scope
How
Like,
big this is?
how big, how big this game is really gonna be.
So the only thing about this that's just absolutely silly is the labeling of a Zena as the PvP server because
Yeah.
there's no way to establish a server as a PvP server
Right?
in this game. Like it's not
Yeah,
that's not how this game is. Like the game is very PvE influenced and GVGs are going to be a part of any server,
yeah.
right?
That's what I was trying to like. I had a bunch of people coming in chat, like they're panicking, like I don't want to be on the PvP server, getting open world PvP, and I'm like, okay, not the same game. I promise you, they're not the same game.
This
Like
ain't
you're
arcade, bro.
fine. Like
You'll be
you're
chill.
perfectly fine. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good. You're not gonna be getting hit with spot taken like BDO. Like you're okay. I promise you. Just pick a server with your friends that you feel like you want to go on. I think one of the biggest things that I've been trying to like, tell people is like I get you want to play with your favorite streamer, but be mindful of the 80,000, 100,000 viewer streamers and what server they're gonna go to, because that can really cause some problems when they leave or if they leave
Yeah.
and that player base leaves with them. So be mindful of that. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, don't freak out. Just pick a server and just play. That's all you need to do.
Looking at you, Galanter.
Yeah,
Dude, what is it called?
Galanter?
yeah,
I keep calling it gulag.
It
I
basically
don't know why.
gulagged her.
It's like just gulag. I'm like, oh, whoops.
It's
So-
fishing.
Just so everybody knows in chat, from what we understand, most everybody that is going to North America East obviously is going to Azena. I'm going to Azena. Dadrage, you're going to Azena, correct?
Yes.
And then Zzav, you're going to Azena just to make sure.
That is the primary option,
Okay.
but I don't have like I haven't like established a group of people that I'm playing with yet. And it's
Mhm.
gonna be one of those things where it's like if I try to log in and it's like 30,000 Q, I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm going somewhere else.
Right.
Because it's like
Are you not playing
the
with Wink?
nice thing. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in that
I
group
thought you
of
were.
people.
No? Are you?
But
Okay, anyway.
the thing about it is that fortunately with this game, like when it comes down to the server stuff, right? That really is the most important when it just comes to guild related content,
Mhm.
and also if you want to see like certain people in the world, because fortunately the auction house is linked across all the servers,
Yeah.
the dungeons linked across the servers, the arenas linked across the servers, so it's like you won't miss out in the
On
actual
content,
key
yeah.
facets of the game being on a different
That's
server. You just lose
big.
out on the guild specific elements that can be related to that. And let's be honest, most people are not going to be participating in GVGs.
True.
That will for a while, at least for a while,
Yeah.
GVGs will be heavily dominated by veteran player bases that are going to know how to min max their gear stuff because GVGs aren't equalized.
Right.
Absolutely. No, it's a really good approach to like a really good mindset and approach to have. But you can still like it's not like you're not gonna be able to get into raids or anything like that. Like you're
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah, I
you
think
can't
the-
play with
oh.
your friends. You'll still be able to play
like
with
you
your
could
friends.
still
like-
play with your friends. It's just like if you want to go to the story, like go through the story with your friends. Like I have one of my best friends I play the game with now. I went through the entire story with him just to kind of get him acclimated to the game, and he wanted to level a bard, and I was like, cool, let's run it. But like we couldn't do that if we were on separate servers, obviously. So we had to communicate with each other what servers to be on.
Mhm.
And that's the only thing I would stress is like go where your friends are gonna be, or like if your friends are coming into the game and they have no idea, but you kind of have an idea, pick a server for you guys and just run it. If you guys want to do the baseline story content and leveling together, but after that, like again, you can link up for any of the end game content. You can link up and do. So it's not like you're missing out on anything. I think the only thing is if there's any like selling groups, if anyone's doing any type of like Sherpas for pay, that type of thing, I think is the only thing that's gonna be a headache. So you have to find something that's on your server to buy the runs. But other than that, you can be anywhere you want.
Yeah, and that's what's great about this game is just like just go on a server. Don't worry about the queue times. Don't worry. World bosses sure will be in a different will be different times for every server, obviously, because it's when the world boss dies, and it's a certain amount of time after that, stuff like that. But in a general sense, if you're playing during like the normal time, you'll be able to play with your friends through the whole experience. So
I think too the community managers have done a really good job of communicating to the community that they're going to be monitoring the health and economies of these servers. So if there is any inkling of like a server just being on the low end, I wouldn't like be surprised to see a merger happen.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
like
No,
and
that's
I think it'd be welcoming, to be completely honest with you.
well, that's the nice thing about this game is that this is a game where you can do a merger and it doesn't hurt anything, right?
Yeah.
At least as long as you do it before like, GVGs become a thing because you'll have
Yeah.
guilds be upset
Yeah.
about that for the most part, but like that would be the worst case scenario, but it's not like, Arcade server merge, all of housing is wiped out and you have to redo land claim or
Yeah, see, that's
New
aggressive.
World,
Oh
New
no.
World, all of your faction loses their shit and you're now
yeah.
on a server that your faction doesn't have anything. So
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's scary. Did the numbers between the servers, did that, like with West only having like so many and then East having so many, did that put into perspective how popular the East Coast servers are going to be for you, for everyone?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean they ended up unlocking more servers like on West and East, I think, but
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, East
Yeah.
filled up really quick.
I know I had like DJ, did you experience? Oh, sorry, Zzav, go ahead.
yeah.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
DJ, did you have like during the beta? I I had to go, like I ended up having to go West because it was like almost impossible to do anything on East. Like the queue times is like, I'm not sitting in queue. I want to play the game right now. I'm just gonna go to West because I knew that there was a lower queue.
Mhm.
Uh, do you think, or have you made any reassurances to your viewer base that is gonna stay on West? That if the servers like blow up and they all fill up like crazy, that they're absolutely gonna have more servers like spooling up.
I don't think there's
To make
really
sure.
been any question like on. I don't think anyone's really worried about like West having the massive queue times and West being like completely overloaded. I
Mhm.
think it really just seems like by the numbers from beta it was like 24,000 peak concurrent players on just the beta versus 6,000 for West. I think people that are going West are just like, yeah, we'll be fine. We're getting in no matter what. But I wouldn't be opposed to seeing like a fourth server open up for West just to make sure that everybody's good over there because
Yeah.
three servers seems like a really small amount, you know.
It does, but you know what I really would like to hear? What is the cap on each
35,000.
server? It's
35,000.
35,000.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Okay.
And you just break that down from when they did the numbers of their servers from the LOA on, and they said they had like what was it like 235 was like their peak concurrent, and they had 7 servers. So
That's a
just math that baby
crap
out.
ton, though. I mean,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
for one server, that's kind of insane. What other game has really had that much like capacity for one server?
I would say technically BDO
Well,
just from
with the
way.
channels, yeah, with the channels though, you won't see 35,000 people because like
Right.
Exactly.
if you guys remember, like going to the starting zone on the East servers was nuts, dude. There was like something like 87 channels.
Yeah, we kept
Like,
changing
available?
channels over and over again.
And I was like, holy Christ, dude. Like you're not gonna see them. I think there's obviously channel limits, but
Yeah.
like 35,000 is still a really healthy number. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
That's nutty. Well, that's inspiring to hear. I think that was one of the questions we were going to have on the next episode, but that's good to answer now, just in your math. Like, that inspires me every time I hear or see about, like anything on Lost Ark, Reddit, and on the forums, like how much traction this game is getting, because obviously this is so huge. We've been waiting for so long, and all of us have been excited for so long. It's finally happening, and like to see so many people excited as well about this game that we're all passionate about is something like I really appreciate. So Dadrage, have you figured out any sort of guild that you're joining? Are you making your own?
Nothing's set in stone yet. I think I'm playing with some friends that I've played with before.
Mhm.
Thought Zzav was. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know any details yet. We just know what the server we're going to and all that. But yeah, I mean, I'll have a community one as well
Okay.
for like on like my main alt.
Good call. Yeah. Zzav, you're saying you're not set up, right?
I have not locked in
Okay.
like what I'm gonna do yet. Because like I have some friends who are gonna be playing the game from a few different communities that are looking to play on Azena as well. But then it's like, if I end up deciding that I want to go like super sweaty with it, like 18 hours a day, trying to prog as hard as I can, and,
Right.
I want to be involved in like certain things, like then I have to, I have to change where I want to go or like what my focus is guild wise. But it's like if I take a more laid back approach to it, um, then there's other options there as well. So I'm just a little. I kind of want to see like what happens with the servers and like what the guild situation ends up being like on Azena,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
that'll be a very interesting shakeup.
I have a question for Dadrage and Zzav. Are
Mm.
you guys not planning on creating any type of guilds or like your own guilds or like community guilds for your respective communities?
He just asked me that question.
Oh, he said no.
And I said on my first alt, I'm already like on my main alt. So I'll
Oh.
obviously play like my warlord.
Yeah.
And then I'll play, my main alt, and then on my main
Got
alt,
you,
I'll
sorry.
have like a community guild. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I was like, wait a minute, no. Well, yeah, that's what I was kidding.
Dude,
I heard like
I'll
the
give you a
guild were
hard
like, are
time.
you gonna be a guild? I was like, wait a minute, did
Are
he
you
really say
even
that? Like, what the
fucking
fuck
listening,
is going on?
Rufio? Why do
Oh,
I
my
have
God.
him?
I have the severe ADHD here. Why aren't you paying attention?
Sorry, I'm doing a
God,
chaos
Rufio.
dungeon.
You
Don't
know
judge
what? This is why we need Pete back. God damn it,
me.
Rufio.
Oh,
How
my
could
Lord.
you? All right.
Good
Anyways,
Lord. But like Zzav, for instance, like, are you gonna have like a communal guild? Because I know like you're wanting to see what's the server's gonna bring to the table, but I mean, are you gonna bring like the Beard Boys out
The
and just
Beard
run
Boys?
through stuff on your own?
Well,
Or
I don't really have that. So that's actually like one of the things that I've still been working on with streaming, is that I don't really have like that type of community established with my stream in that regard. Like I don't have a group of people that are like super interested in playing with me and all the stuff that I do. And but even then if I do, it's always a tricky thing that
Mm.
I try to avoid, because running a guild can be very taxing.
Oh,
yeah,
But it's
Mhm.
also
depends on.
you run into a lot of, well, that's the thing, if you have people that you can just delegate everything to, great.
Mhm.
I don't have anybody that I would trust to delegate responsibilities to running a guild for me.
Yeah.
Um, but also, that's like a whole nother thing of time, and then you've got to deal with, people, and then, you might, the drama that you then have to deal with if there is any that pops up. But primarily the thing that, and I'm saying this from the perspective of having been a streamer member, like a member of a streamer guild, and then
Mhm.
leading a guild myself as a streamer, is so far, like too often do you run into the issue of people not doing anything if the streamer isn't on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
participating.
They want to be around. Yeah, that was like the one thing that I was struggling with on my own. It was like at first I was gung ho about creating my own guild, but I'm like, man, I'm already adding so much to my plate with trying to be a content creator, and it's like I don't want to spend a majority of my stream sorting out like the guild details, especially if you want to be something like a GVG guild or anything like that. Because like I got to structure my teams, we got to figure out what island we're going for, and then there's like the politics behind it. And it's like I just want to stream and just hang out with my friends and let someone else deal with like the other work that comes with being a guild leader. That just doesn't seem very fun.
Just
for me
dealing
anymore.
with that in itself, and then on top of that, like Zzav, you run a YouTube. Like, how much time does it take you to put out a video? You know, like you're recording sometimes at the end of your stream, right? Or like you stream for 8 hours straight, and then you're like, all right, now I need to cut a video. That's going to take me another hour, editing it another like 30 minutes or however long if you're unless you're putting together like all this other stuff of like, hey, these are the islands and that stuff and getting footage for that. Like the amount of there's just not enough time in the day to do that, and then run a guild on top of it. Not enough
Facts.
So I
Facts.
mean, and that's why it comes down to one of those things is that typically if you are a larger creator, like I'd say, like if you get to that point where you're around like 300 plus consistently, and you have like a lot of people that
Mhm.
are like, that like constantly follow you from like game to game and like look to play with you from game to game, like you probably have enough people to field a guild, and you probably have met people that have tried to play with you consistently enough that you know you could delegate them responsibilities,
Absolutely.
and you could have that without you having to be an integral part of running everything yourself. But like below that is where it gets a little hit or miss. It becomes how dedicated of a community do you have to you at that time. um and it's just and that's just how it is.
So
Yeah, that's
to kind of ask you guys about like how do you guys feel, to kind of switch it up a little bit, how do you guys feel about like them finally revealing the Northern Lawmaker skin? By the way, we'll start with Dadrage.
I fucking love it.
Do you really?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! What do you mean? Of course, Northern
Alright,
shit, Viking shit. Like what?
I will.
Okay, mixed. I got it. I hear you.
Okay,
I hear
okay.
you. Absolutely, Dad Rage. I absolutely love the outfit for warriors.
whoa, wait, whoa,
I
what?
hear a lot of people saying they like the female outfit a lot.
I like
I
the
like the
female
female
one
outfit.
more
female
than I like
outfit-
the warrior one.
The female outfit looks good on the gunslinger.
Oh, you mean like
like
see what
the
you're saying.
thing the thing that's problematic is that, and this is my thing with it, and I've heard mixed things, is that typically with these game releases, if you look at like JP and Russia's, you had unique skin appearances and weapon appearances for each class. This one's going to be very generic. Does that outfit look like it belongs on Striker? No.
No.
Nah.
There's
not
no
a
weapons to this class.
Does that
at
look
all.
like it belongs
There's
on
no
a
weapons.
Hawkeye? Like,
I wish they would release the weapon ones already. I want to see them. Are they not done?
But-
Like, where are they?
That's the part that I was like a little confused about. Was we didn't get like there's no like we can't see what the the lawmaker weapons are gonna be, or is it just straight like
is
outfit?
there a weapon? Right?
I-
Like that's we
Yeah.
don't.
There
know.
better be.
I would assume there is, just on the sheer fact that like Russia got their own weapons, JP got their own weapons, so like
Do those look custom on that picture right there that you're looking
not
at?
at all. Not
Pretty
at
sure
all.
they don't.
So that's what I would assume they're just not done yet.
And they didn't do concept art for weapons either. Right?
Oh,
Like they never even mentioned anything about it.
Nah,
Where's
it
my
was just
lightning?
weapons.
Also, I'm kind of bummed because there's no lightning on the.
Yeah.
The
Well,
model.
maybe there's an in-game like effect
Right,
for
right.
it.
But
Yeah. I was pretty pogging for the lightning too. I was like, that's the sauce. That's
mean,
the good stuff.
it looks good.
really helped.
It does. It looks great. Like they did a great job on it. I just feel like you said, it's missing out on, the different classes. So, like,
Well, yeah, but it's like, I mean, you see that outfit. Do you think like that looks like something that a devil hunter is gonna
yeah,
wear?
for sure. Not no.
Yeah, I might still spoil my blade. Honestly, I just want my blade to be extremely fashionable,
I think
no matter what piece of content they
I think
enter.
it'll look good for blades. I think it'll look good for certain assassins, right? Like,
Right.
but
I think
I-
the female one works for like a lot of them.
yeah,
Because it's more sleek and it's
Yeah.
not so bulk. Like the outfit looks great for the warrior classes because it's got that bulk Viking
Yeah.
that you would love for a Zerker, a Gunlancer, a Destroyer, things
Yeah.
like that. That's not, it's not what you're going to look at a Devil Hunter in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, Bard. That's another good point brought up in chat. Bard's gonna look weird. wearing-
But yeah,
wearing that.
DJ, can you pull up the 3D model
Yeah.
of that outfit? So like you guys can see the full 3D effect of that outfit. That like as a bard, you're not gonna look good in that outfit. I'm sorry.
They have mage here too. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, they've got them. They've got them all. But like that's the part that like I'm like man, I don't know. Like I don't know if I'm completely sold on it. Or like the summoner classes and stuff like that, like all the magic classes.
Can I have them just standing?
Is my internet dying?
No, you're still here.
Nope. This
Camera looks terrible.
This is just having a stroke. This is just
Okay,
this
okay.
website.
Okay, just making sure.
Let's see. Can I? Oh no. Okay. Well, I mean, it's 3D images on a website, so that makes sense. But yeah, I don't see that looking all that cool in game for.
How do you
mage
guys?
classes. But
In terms of like how the gunslinger or the devil hunter is gonna look in that big bulky outfit, is it gonna be fitting for that character too? Or do you think they're gonna slim it down for him?
I think it'll look like this. I mean, those two character models are the same, basically, in the same
Yeah.
dimensions. So the only ones that are really, really different are the male dimensions between gunslinger and warrior. Striker and gunslinger are very similar, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like between like the warrior and the like the gunslinger, like are they gonna like is everyone gonna just be a bulk daddy running around or
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you have the striker one. Go to the striker.
Oh,
like that's the part I'm like, damn, dude, like that's gonna be crazy.
From what I saw, it looked like they did slim it down a little bit, but it's still
Oh, okay, yeah, this wasn't
It just
updated when I
doesn't-
first saw this.
it still just doesn't look like it fits.
It's
Bro,
just
not
it
at
looks
all.
so bulky.
It's
It's
the
still
boots.
super bulky.
it's the boots
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, it does.
Also, wait. So they.
The boots with the fur.
Fuck.
I just like imagine like the mobility of these classes and watching them just like flip around is just it's gonna absolutely throw me off seeing this with these guys flipping around and it's like how with all that armor you're not doing those twirls, dog. Like not happening.
It just
Uh
it feels. But the giant beards. I need to know one important thing about this as well. Is this character customization or is this the helmet? Like, do you just gain a beard? Because there are certain new helmets in Korea that you have like super long hair for, right? But do we just get a tacked on beard? Because they don't have that big of a beard.
I really hope not. I don't want to have a beard added to my character. Oh no.
Zzav?
Not
I mean,
white
I think
anyways.
it's
I
just
don't want
pre-made. I think because it's not on the striker.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, maybe they added a new beard customization that's just a giant beard.
Well, yeah,
I'll
but
take
I mean,
it.
my characters are going to be female, so
Yeah, that's
True.
right.
get-
Man of culture.
until we get a male infighter,
True.
which is when they'll fix the class. But
Yeah, it'll just be the better version.
What are they gonna
Yeah.
call it?
hopefully they go with brawler.
Oh God, I hope.
Scrapper 2.0.
I'll gut myself.
Outfighter. That's a good one.
What is it? Just wait for Destroyer to be renamed to Basher.
Hopefully they name it Puncher.
I play the Fister class.
Puncher.
I play the Fister class. That's my specialty.
Can you show some of the premium skins? What skins are you guys really excited about for the plat pack
I
skins?
think
that we're
everyone
getting?
can just say Paladin.
Paladin's the only good one.
I think everyone can just say Paladin.
Dude,
It's just like the best.
Like the Blade
I-
one's all right. The Blade one's all right. I like the color schemes of the Blade one, but it is very simplistic. Not that that's a bad thing.
And that they
But
went
the Paladin
all
one,
out,
literally,
yeah.
just you get to be Tyrael from
Mhm,
Diablo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Gunlance looks sick.
Oh, I
as
mean, I love the
fuck,
Gunlancer
too.
one for sure.
I think,
Yeah.
to be honest, in my personal opinion, I think Gunlance is like far superior to Paladin. I think, like, all
Really?
right, Paladin.
What?
I have.
Really?
I had that.
I've never
skill.
heard of
No way.
You're
And you play
high.
a paladin. What is dude, I
I
knew
know,
it.
you're
I
right.
knew you
Maybe
weren't a
you're
real
just
paladin
like-
player.
A closet warlord.
If Paladin didn't exist, I have said this a million times. I would be Gunlance Warlord main for life, dude.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man. You look like a World of Warcraft character. You look like you're ready to take down some more right now.
I think
Just fresh out of Stormwind.
we're all going to fight Deathwing in Arcasia now. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Dude, the Paladin, man. Like, it made me so mad when I saw that, and I was like, oh no, they did not just give the Paladin like god tier armor off rip. Like, Jesus, dude.
Okay, my problem with it is two
Oh
things.
no.
Okay.
Oh, two things.
Yes.
It doesn't
boy.
sparkle enough, and there's not enough holes in the
The
cloth.
problem is that the chest and the legs are a combined piece, right? So you can't just wear the top or the bottom, right? I can't wear like my suit top that I wear in Russia with the bottom leggings, right? I like that.
Why?
I like that. I'm fucking weird, man. I don't know. I have terrible sense of style. Have you seen that sweatshirt with the holes? Come on now. I buy things that are terrible.
Yeah, there's another thing for it. On this website, don't they actually have videos of the in-game appearance, like the in-game model of these outfits?
I would like that more than this weirdness. I'm gonna buy the Paladin one just specifically for the helmet anyway, because that's edgelord shit.
That the blacked out face is fire.
Yeah,
like
that's dope.
that. I was like, okay, I wish the assassin would get that with like a hood. Like that is super sick.
I don't even. I'll have to go through. You guys keep going. I'm trying to find, or somebody can link me in chat. That would be great.
Right,
Yeah,
media.
Besides the Paladin, is there any other outfits that you guys are pretty stoked about?
I like the Deadeye one a lot too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Deadeye looks really cool. The weapons look really sick.
Deadeye.
He really went like all out.
I think,
but these already exist though, right? Like these exist in like in
They're
the
like the
game,
OG.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really, really excited when I saw that. I'm happy to see that the Sork didn't get that metal, like, girdle thing that she was wearing early on. Happy they got rid of that thing.
I wish they would have gave her the red outfit instead of the blue one. Because when they previewed her, it was like the red outfit and the blue outfit, and that was. I wish they would have gave her the red one.
See, look at that, dude. You look like an advanced, like if World of Warcraft went to like UE5, like that's what you would look like.
Look at how hard Berserker flexes on people.
Oh, dude, Zerk's weapon is sick.
Like, yeah, sure, you're Tyrael, cool. I'm so tired of people wanting to be Tyrael though. Like that, I mean,
it's gonna be everywhere. And now the best part is too, they're not gonna play support.
Yeah, and that's the other issue. I don't want people to saturate the classes, like the class I play, with a bunch of trash. You know, they're like, oh yeah, I only have grudge engraving, and I don't take shield on my bar. So you better hope that you dodge skills. And be like, well, you're not getting in a party. I mean, it works for me because I'll get in the party because I know what I'm doing. But people are gonna quit the class.
There's gonna be a lot of those. There's gonna be a lot of paladins, like literally red paladins running around.
100%. It was so funny because someone in my chat was like you're just gonna see a bunch of like trash paladins running around everywhere, but at least they're gonna be stylish when they do it.
Dude, let's talk about Scrapper though. Like,
I hate it.
What?
Oh my!
I am actually. So I like the outfit. I am not a fan of the gauntlets.
Really? Oh, I'm so. No way! I love the whole fit is fire.
Also, if you're
16 and reported,
yeah, 16 and under, please look away for a few minutes while we just stare in the glory of the Soul Fist.
Well, this can lay to rest any censorship.
Fist my soul any day.
This can lay to rest any of the they're censoring my game. Like it's right there. Yeah. Trust me, it's in a premium pack.
Holy crap, Lance Master!
Yeah, this Lance Master outfit.
It's rad, but it's so much.
Oh my god!
By the way, she's literally wearing nothing, but there's so much.
Yeah,
it's so gaudy. Yeah, no, these outfits I'm really, really stoked for. Really stoked.
Chill. Anyway,
and these, if I'm not mistaken, these all come in the plat pack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, Lance Master does not because they're.
So this is the one. Dude, a lot of people. This is the one that does not get enough. Like it doesn't get enough. Sort of, I guess not necessarily credibility, but like people bash it for.
I don't know why.
The avatar page. Well, because you don't get to see the weapons.
Oh yeah. The balls. Yeah.
And so the outfit does end up looking like it literally does look like he's just
basic.
In a gi.
Yeah,
like he's just in a gi for the.
Wait,
pretty
so Wait, you don't get to see those red and blue effects?
No, not on the previews.
not
Well,
on
no,
the
you do,
previews.
but like not the preview. Like what
okay.
they, what people show off.
So when you see the baseline version,
Yeah,
I will say, Dadrage, you were on stream a couple days ago, awake, and
all right, dude.
and you were looking at the new fits that dropped in Korea.
Oh yeah,
and like you had a really good point. Simplicity really does sell, man.
Oh,
Those
big
new
time.
you want to talk about the Warlord looking dope and not like a World of Warcraft character? That was awesome to see. Like those, I really hope we see something like that roll into like NA early on. Those outfits,
Screw those
were
wings.
really
I hate
cool.
those giant wings. That outfit would be so sick without those stupid wings.
I agree, but
I just call him
God
like a
damn,
cupid.
it looks good. Like
Oh,
it's
for sure.
so good.
Oh,
The
100%.
detailing?
I
Yeah,
just
the
hate the
detailing is
stupid
really good.
wings.
The only thing that upset me the most recently about the new skins for Korea is that it put to rest any possible dreams of a Great X class with them giving a Great X weapon skin to Destroyer.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I thought about that
I was
too.
like, oh my god, no, not like this.
When I first
Destro
saw
gets
it,
the
I was
Great
like,
Axe.
oh my god, are they gonna give that to Zerk? I was like, wait, maybe.
I'd be down with Zerk getting the Great Axe.
That's what I thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I was like, maybe, mommy Zerk can get a big fat axe
Yes. Please.
and a big fat axe. Okay, anyway.
I'd reroll instantly.
I know a lot of my friends are holding out playing the Berserker class until the female Zerk comes out. And I was like, dog, it's not even in KR.
Oh my God.
Why?
Like one of my buddies was like, I'm not coming to your game until she drops. And I'm like, okay, like good luck, dude. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Dude, that sharpshooter
People are
outfit,
so weird
so
about
nice.
classes.
I think it
Super
looks
sick,
good.
too.
I think the bow looks like shit. Personally,
It looks weird. Yeah, the bow's weird, but the outfit is nice. Very clean.
I'm sorry.
They went really gaudy on some of the weapons. Like with the Devil Hunter, like I feel like they went really, really gaudy.
A
Scout.
lot of the Hawkeye weapons are huge. A Scout's
Well-
so sick.
It looks pretty
Top
dope. He looks very
So
cyberpunk.
dope. Yeah, for sure. Ugh.
I feel like Hawkeyes either get like absolute overkill looking weapons, or
Yeah.
they literally get
Most
too
boring.
basic boring of it.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
too simplistic. Like it literally
Yeah.
just looks like a piece of wood with string on it. Like,
Yeah. 100%.
This looks like every bard, even in a regular like costume.
True.
This looks like a
I
standard
like
bard.
the red
outfit.
one they have. That's like looks like a flower kind of.
I think
Oh.
summoners for summoner being like what it is really chill and tame, and I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Not too much.
When they
Yeah.
when they go with the simplicity, they do simplicity very well.
Yeah.
But when they do gaudy at the same time, I'm like, okay, I like this too. Like
Arcana
yeah.
is
you
so
can hit either
sick, though.
spectrum.
Sorry, Dad Rage. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't the nylons are I'm good on that.
I would have no helmet, but that like the heart shape on the chest,
The booba window.
the booba
Yeah.
window, demonics. Yeah, whatever.
whoa.
I feel bad for Shadowhunters.
That's pretty cool.
I think
it's pretty
Demonics is cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I think it's too much with the wings, but I think the
What?
weapons are way too big. But I don't
Have
know.
you seen
All
your
the Bionic weapons
paladin?
are pretty much just.
Your character's dripped in gold. All right, let us have a moment.
That's why I don't like it. I wanted the blue one. I like the blue and gold.
I wish they. You know what would have been kind of cool, like as a community engagement, if they would have let us vote on like the color schemes, unless they offer different colorways in these outfits for you to choose from. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, Reaper looks weird or like what?
That's very
Yeah,
simple.
What?
It's good, but like
aren't those
I
the
don't
Sork
like
pants?
Are they?
Aren't
Yeah,
those literally the short Sorks were?
Basically,
Yeah, I think so. Where was Sorceress on here? I don't think we saw it. I don't think.
very top. I think was towards the top. Yeah, because Dadrage said he liked her in the blue, or he liked her in the red over the blue.
I don't think.
Wait, was it not?
I think
there?
I think we were just talking about
This
it.
was back in
Wow.
July.
Oh, okay. Yeah, before Sorceress came out. Okay.
Gotcha. Someone message Laffy and tell her to update this
Yeah,
tweet.
fix it. Fix the tweet. Get it together. God.
Update this tweet, Laffy. We need more skins.
Yep. We need one more skins.
of-
Artist. Just to talk about launch
Oh.
skins. Artist's
Oh, no.
skin is terrible.
Yeah, you
Artist
know
is
what?
Terrible.
I like the class. I like the idea of the class. Those big ass eyes scare me so much. And I've been playing VR chat a lot recently.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, Those big eyes terrify me. Like, absolutely terrify me.
Class is really cool though. I like the whole concept of the class. Really, really,
Yeah,
really cool.
it's
All the
super
graphics
fun.
are insane. The animations, bananas.
Do you see
Well,
that
why'd it have to be
class
a lolly?
coming to NA early on, or do
I
you
I
see
think
it kind of?
I think it would either be the first one that we got or the last one that we got.
Really?
Okay. Out of curiosity, I'd like to get your guys' point of view on this. How soon do you think we catch up to generally where KR is currently? Because with us getting T3 right away, obviously they've expressed that they want to get us to they want to get us to up to Legion raids fairly quick. How soon do you see us getting actually kind of catching up to them, if not being a month behind, similar to kind of how BDO is with Pearl Abyss and KR and NAEU?
I heard somebody make a point. I usually don't ever think anybody makes good points on Reddit. Sorry, Reddit. But something saying the idea of maybe since we're catching up so quickly and everybody's catching up so quickly that eventually we'll be on the same page as Korea. I don't think it'll happen, but it would be nice if we had a global, because then you could have races between different regions and stuff like that. That would be nice, but who knows?
I mean, in terms of pace, I think that will primarily depend on how quickly we get the first thing like Argos,
Yeah.
which is that's more than anything, more than what patch we start on, what build we start on, what content we start with.
Mhm.
The game plan of content, the pacing of it and what the roadmap is going to be, that is far more important than what we're starting with. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which build we start with. If they're like, hey, after the first month, Argos is out, I'm gonna be like, ha, that's
Huh.
that
A
would be
month?
yeah. But that's what I mean.
Crazy aggressive.
That would be
dude.
well, that's what I'm saying. That would be bad,
Mhm.
right? And so, I would like to think that, we'd look at it maybe 3 months until
Yeah,
we see
exactly.
Argos,
100%.
right? And
I said the same thing.
which just brings it more to the line of starting with T3 is fine. People have plenty of time to get a character to that
Right.
point, get
Mhm.
alts caught up, do a bunch of other side content. The problem is that there's way too much FOMO in MMO communities these days, as well as people feel like gear progression is the only thing that matters.
Mhm.
And if you're not spending your
Mhm.
time in game doing gear progression, you're not playing the game. And it's just that's just
True.
not how this game works.
Mhm.
Right. Exactly.
I don't-
In terms of sorry DJ, in terms of release schedules, how fast would you like to see the characters that weren't introduced in that didn't make the cut for the top 15? How fast would you like to see the Lance Master and the Arcana be introduced into the game?
Never.
I mean, you picked both classes that you could have said destroyer.
Summoner,
You could've
destroy.
said-
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
no one wants I feel
Alright.
all the classes that didn't make the cut. No one wants them for PvP reasons. Everyone's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I don't want to get. I don't want to get bullied."
absolutely.
There's no reason
um,
for them until they get a little tweak, just a little bit,
So,
but,
I actually have a good reason behind Lance Master. Will probably be one of the last ones we see, if not the last one. And that is, as we know, when they talked about the LOA on event, Lance Master was a problematic class for
big
Legion
time.
raids. And so we may not see that class until we get a build that has the updated
Can you expand on that? What
hell
did
mode
they
balance.
say?
They strong.
They're that
Lance Master's too strong.
It's so
in
strong.
hard mode. In
Yeah.
hard mode Legion raids, like hell mode stuff, where it's
Mhm.
equalized. It's too strong because it has too much innate crit built into it,
Yep.
and so its
Mm.
DPS is vastly superior to other classes, to where it truly was becoming a mandatory must bring class, and
Yeah.
people were even stacking the class.
Yeah, you were
It was
watching. If you watch a Judao or any, sorry, I didn't interrupt you, but if you're watching
No, you're good.
Judao or any of the endgame people when they were trying to race for it, there was just Lance Masters.
Yeah.
So many Lance Masters.
100%. It was like watching back when they were when they're showing. I remember a viewer posted in my channel one time. They were showing the 4 destroyers or 8 destroyers doing the bonk and it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
they were ripping through the hell, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you haven't seen this meta yet, dude. This is crazy." Like, and then like I had like a couple ones down the line, everyone's like, "Yeah, dude, have you guys seen like a Lance Master in Legion raids? Like these classes are like the classes like low key slept on. Like it's not like that's a crazy strong class, like from a PvP and a PvP standpoint."
What, Destroyer?
No, the Lance Master.
Oh, Lance. Yeah. Sorry.
Destroyer's D tier. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Easier.
I wanted to touch on this with you guys real quick. With seeing that tier list come out from Typhoon and Canon, I think like tier lists in general are such a mess.
I hate tier lists.
Yeah.
Don't base your
just
base your experience
fake
on the game
content.
on a tier list, dude.
It's-
I get why you
Based
make
on-
them.
Go
Based
for it.
on one person
Yeah.
who plays at a very specific level.
Exactly. Hey, YouTube, if you happen to stumble across this and you're a new player, play whatever the fuck you think looks cool as shit or has the coolest armor. Don't worry about these dumb tier lists. They're all opinionated. That's it. The end.
I will say, except if it's Hawkeye and you're on my team, I swear to God, you better learn Hawkeye real quick.
Or if you're a paladin and you just DPS, get off my team.
Get out of
Okay,
here. Go,
okay. You
go
get
sit in the corner and think about it.
This
All right.
is derailing real quick.
Play whatever you want. Just don't play the DPS Pally or a terrible Hawkeye.
Or you know what? Actually, everybody go
While
play.
we're on this
No,
subject,
Just
Play
don't
another
suck at the game, okay? God.
Oh
if
man.
you play Arcana, I'm banning you from my chat forever.
Yeah, these are just rules to
Yeah.
abide by. If you're gonna play this game, fucking figure it out quick. I swear to God, I'm losing it on
No,
you.
seriously, just
No,
have fun.
yeah,
Like whatever you
absolutely.
think, you're like, oh my god, that looks so sick. Just play that.
Play it. Yeah,
But
it's
I think the biggest takeaway from the tier list thing is that like specifically that tier list and the problem with people using that tier list, like, okay, whatever tier list happened, great. It has zero resemblance of our tier of like what ours is going to be because we don't have those
Yeah.
classes,
Mhm.
right? Like
We-
some of those classes on there don't exist for us. Like our meta, our tier list for our region will be totally different. We also play differently than like KR. Like their play style is extremely passive compared to
Incredibly.
what people have done on Russia.
mhm.
And who knows ultimately what NA and EUs will shape up to be once the masses are involved with it, right? Like,
Yeah.
shit. I mean,
I think that's like a running topic for a lot of my friends too, is like like when you see how passive, like I watch Dadrage and I watch DJ in KR PvPing, and I always hear like they always make a comment like, man, they're so like they don't like ape in at all, like they're so polar opposite from RU, and a lot of my friends are like, but what is it going to be like when it's pure aping on every class, like in NA? What is that like tier list, or what are those metas going to look like then?
Blade.
And I was like, dude,
You're missing, well, the thing is too is that you're missing a lot of classes too, so
yeah,
it's gonna make it so different.
I mean, we all kind of know what's coming when it comes to
Mhm.
PvP. It's gonna be a bunch of blades and paladins just like sitting in the guts, just trying to ruin your life. And thank God I played enough to be like, all right, I know how to like kind of avoid a blade a little bit, even though it's like statistically impossible as a paladin to avoid somebody. But like, I at least can try and outplay the situation and know enough. But I think NA is just like blade gunslinger paladin city, and then like Sork's just sitting in the back, just like charging up lasers, and people trying to use one shot
Yep.
build and hoping for the best.
those will be the four most common classes we
Mm.
see right there.
yeah. I going into this release, it's like really shine a light that I got to just get used to seeing the same four or five classes running around everywhere. I'm gonna stand on it. I think Hawkeye is a sleeper class that once people really start understanding the fundamentals of how to play that class, I think
The new FOV, I don't know.
I think it makes it better
See,
for lightning
I
arrow,
th-
but that's about
I think
it.
they're gonna. I think they'll probably take another look at it after the FOV change for PvP, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pretty-
mean, there's a lot of things that are, hopefully going to be getting
Hopefully.
adjustments come
Hopefully.
come March. Identity
Hopefully.
rework for Scrapper,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But I mean, I think that will be the really interesting thing with Royal Rotors is what kind of team
I'm so
comps we
excited.
actually get to see in a competitive environment. Which it's nice that it's going to run for like a whole month on the weekends. So all the way from
So excited.
February 19th to March 19th. It's going to
Have
be.
they
great.
announced teams yet?
They announced the qualifying teams. It's just they're all in. 90% of them are written in Korean. So
Yeah. I mean, how many teams are there? Is it 16?
128.
128? This tournament's gonna be awesome.
Jesus.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
It's gonna be a lot. I mean, shout out to Mindolphin and his team. They're gonna be on it.
Are they really?
Yep.
Dude,
I'm
hype
super
as
excited.
fuck. Let's go.
I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be
Hell
great to
yeah.
see.
Dude, oh man,
Yeah.
this is exciting. I thought it was gonna be like
it's-
32 teams.
It's 32 teams per block.
Fuck yeah. All right. And then how many get out? I would assume top 4, if that's the case. It's like 32 teams, 4 blocks, 4 teams get out, 16 teams go into.
They have it on. They have it on the website.
Yeah,
It's
so
just,
I'll have to
You just
look
got to
up-
translate all of it.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. The tournament is in March, by the way, friends, for those curious.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
it.
pretty
It
sure
begins in February.
Oh, begins in February. Okay, it will end in March. You're saying that the
Yes.
changes will be in March. My bad. My mistake.
Yeah. So it'll be February 19th is the first day of it.
Did they say that it's going to be on GameNet again, on OGN?
I don't know.
We'll have to find.
We'll be looking for it. That's
yeah,
for sure.
Everybody's gonna be looking for it. So I'll probably stay up late on certain nights, depending on what where I am in progression, and talking about it with people. Dadrage, I'm sure you're gonna do the same.
Oh, for sure.
Or at
I'll be
least
watching
leave
the
your
shit out of it.
Leave your
Yeah.
computer on so that people can watch it through you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Just AFK watch party.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I think this is just like the beginning, man. I'm so excited. I'm excited for hopefully Korea to follow suit with like what we're doing. Like Lost Ark leagues starting in March. Like, dude, this is spicy.
This is gonna be really big, really.
Yeah.
All in all, all the news that they dropped. I'm really, really excited for it
crazy.
because we get, like I said, that the T3 content, the showcasing of the outfits. Now that I got to see the mount, I'm not too mad at the mount now.
Oh, okay. I was like, say something.
Say some shit then, bro. All right.
Right? No, I'm not too mad at the mount. Like from the picture, I was like, oh my god, this thing is gonna be horrendous. But like now, I actually got to see it.
Actually,
okay, this isn't.
You zoomed into his eyes.
We could do that right
No,
now.
wait, no. What's wrong with the eye? Oh no. Oh,
Let me
are they
find-
lifeless like I'm gonna be after playing an immense amount of Lost Ark on release? Don't say
But
that.
wait, do I have you on? Hold on, dude.
Why is this? What the fuck?
I sent you a DM, Rufio.
Oh my.
Send it to me so I can put it up on stream for these.
When you zoom into the face, it's like you ever see that picture of like the demon dog?
Look at his eyes.
They're so bad. Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Let me switch
Yeah,
this over, friends.
I'm not gonna be rolling around on this. That's for sure.
You ain't zoomed in enough to see it.
Yeah, you're never gonna see that.
Oh.
You got
I'm
some
never
derpy
taking-
dogs. You got derpy dogs for sure.
Oh no shot. Up close, that definitely looks like a demon dog, man. That's got rabies.
I mean, that's
We
just
got derpy dogs.
It's Cerberus. It better be a demon dog.
you guys
The
remember
dog is from the streets.
left shark, right shark? This is just left shark. He's just trying his best. It's literally the left head. We're good to go. He'll be fine.
Man.
He's
But
this is good.
yeah, all in all though, I'm very, very excited about all the content that we're the T3 I think is really, 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 really big. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. I can't wait to officially enjoy the release.
Absolutely.
I think just a lot of people don't understand like what it is that we're starting with. Like they hear tier 3 and people just know like at a base like okay, that's what Korea's on, and then they think that like we're getting everything that Korea has, or that like we're getting all of the game content.
Yeah.
And it's been like this is the best way that I've been able to break it down for people, is that what we have in T3 is legitimately the same content you will be doing in tier 1 and tier 2, just at different item levels. You
Mhm.
got
Yep.
4 guardian
Exactly.
bosses, you got your abyss, you got your void dungeon, you got your chaos dungeons. That's the content. Like that's if you're rushing to max level, understand that just means you're spending more time killing the same group of bosses.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all it is.
You know something that I'm really excited about with this T3 launch is how like gems and engravings and tripods don't really come into play until T3. I feel like now it's with them not just doing like T1 content where they don't have to worry about the gems or the major engraving systems. It's really nice now because it's not something that a player, if they take a leave from the game and they come back, it's like, holy crap, I have to learn this whole new mechanic in the game. It's like, no, this nice
Oh, of
gradual
course.
progression that really leads you through, so you're not feeling like they're throwing a whole new system that you weren't prepared for. That's something I'm really, really grateful for. Because I know early on that was a topic of conversation amongst some friends that haven't played RU at all, and they were really scared. Like, well, what if it takes 3 months, and then all of a sudden they introduce like this gem system, and it's like now I have to like learn this whole new system, and it's like like I've gotten so acquainted like with just doing that what we have now that adding this new system might really confuse me. So this is really, really nice. That's something another big positive about seeing the T3 content coming out.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think that it can be looked at as like a buckshot approach where everybody's just like, oh, you're gonna learn this system. Your friend's probably gonna delve into this system, like this the mobile game approach where they just power you with systems.
Mhm.
I worried about that in the beginning, but then I thought about like how I'm not the most intelligent person in the world. I will say that right now. I ain't exactly
Hey, high five me. Yeah.
fucking sweet. Like it's one of those we definitely I might need to take my time, but if I can figure it out, you guys can fucking figure it out real quick. You'll be absolutely fine. And with the amount of people dumping videos explaining this stuff, whether or not the information is perfect, like obviously I want people to learn it the right way, but as long as the system is in front of you and you're like, "Hey, this is what we're learning. This is like I think it's healthy for the game. I think it's really healthy for the game." I was worried that because like 50% of the content that you're going to play horizontal content is in tier 1, tier 2, right? So
Absolutely.
like tier 3 just unlocks just more fun stuff that you're going to be doing anyway. So
Yeah, and I mean,
oh yeah, go ahead, Zzav. Sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say that like, and the way that it's actually set up is that I know you, Rufio, you were talking about the different systems, and people potentially being like, feeling overwhelmed with it. Is that the nice thing with how it is set up is, tier one, it's like okay, you've got your card system and you've got engravings. When you go to the tier 2 content, then you get introduced to gems. And so, okay, that additional system is added in. So now it's like, okay, you spend your time in T2, like, okay, cool, engravings, cards, gems, you get familiar with all that stuff. And then when you move to tier 3, it's like, okay, hey, tripod levels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, they add on an
Yeah.
additional system
It's a
at
nice
each
gradual
thing.
transition into each, and that's that not spacing everything out with updates every 3 months makes it really nice. So the person that is like the average player that is kind of streamlining through content, it's for them it's gonna be a nice gradual transition into each new mechanic that's being introduced to them, which is really, really, really nice.
Mm. So what do you guys feel like? We were talking about cosmetics earlier. I kind of wanted to go back to it. Like, are you kind of got dunked on for cosmetics in the grand scheme of things? Like, there wasn't a whole lot, and then like
It's still bad.
yeah, like how are you guys feeling about going into NA? You think like we're just gonna get like overloaded with Catchup cosmetics?
No, not
No,
initially.
they'll rotate it, they'll cycle it. I think the thing that I'm most curious about is, are we going to have blue crystal outfits?
Ooh, yeah, I hope so.
They kind of had that a little bit in the beta, right? And they did say that they wanted to, am I on crack? I feel like whenever I say this, other people don't know, but they said that blue crystals interchangeable for gold, but all systems in the game will be interchangeable with blue crystals, right? So like ordering something off the cash shop, you can transfer it into blue crystals or it will be posted as blue crystal.
I mean, I
Saying
hope.
No, that wouldn't make sense. If like,
okay, I'm correct.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, because like in the beta, like there were still the royal gems are still there, and in your pack you're still getting some royal gems. The one thing I would, you know what I would like to see for blue gems, I would like to see things like character expansion slots and stuff like that. Even if the price is a little bit higher, but it's like if someone put in enough time, very much how like in WoW you can earn like a WoW token to purchase a subscription. If you put in enough time, I would like to see something like that outside of it just being purely as a straight cash out item. I would like to be able to earn it in the game some way.
Rufio, do you own a bear?
Do I own a beer?
Do you
Bear.
Do you?
Bear. No.
Yeah, you have a nice
Okay.
bear.
All right. Yeah, you have a nice bear. I don't know if that's like
Oh.
sort of.
Did you not
anyway.
see? He's not reading
Sorry,
chat.
sorry.
He was talking.
Sorry,
No,
sorry,
you're good.
yeah.
You're good. You're good.
No.
Laffy said nice beer or bear. Sorry, nice bear.
Bear.
Go, you can scroll up and go look.
I do.
Wait, you have a bear?
Wait, do you really?
Oh,
This
little
is-
cute doggos.
This is my bear.
Oh my god.
the boater. Oh, you boo.
He looked right at the camera.
This is-
He's like, yeah, dude.
She looks absolutely terrified right now. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing, human?"
Like, why did you suddenly
Why?
pick me up out of
Leave me
nowhere?
alone.
Right?
Just trying to relax.
Yeah,
Is this-
this is my bear.
Is this a dog podcast now?
Right?
This is the European
We-
Dog Show podcast now, guys. We've transitioned over.
Playing with my hair again. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Right?
You're good.
That's my bear.
Zzav, well, what's your bear look like? You have a little bear, don't you? Little new doggo.
New doggo. No, I've got an old doggo.
I was say new doggo. I was like, what? What happened?
I've had him for a while.
Oh.
Big old pity boy. He's down in the living room right
Oh,
now
okay.
sleeping.
Okay. Yeah. Let him rest.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
call my dog over, but he's taking naps too. Anyways, we'll get back to the podcast.
You guys all have big dogs,
Yeah, I got a pit lab.
real
next.
quick.
Yeah.
Oh, am I the only person with like a small dog? Small people, small dog, dude. Look at me.
Yeah, it's got to be like matching, you know? Makes sense.
It's just science.
Yeah, it's science.
Your dog
I
says a
don't-
lot about you, so.
Oh wow! I'm gonna go out and buy a pit bull.
It's just got a
I'm a
giant.
very
Gonna go get a
mean-
Newfoundland.
Right?
Biggest dog you can buy.
I want to ride in on my dog. Okay, I'll make a statement on my stream. I am
A
mad.
little saddle on it.
Rufio's
Okay.
gonna.
Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna just shift it for a sec. What is the biggest thing that triggers you that you see a lot of people say in like either other chats, like maybe some other streamers chats, or Reddit or Twitter, like whether it be a false facts, false information, whatever it is, besides like pay to win. Obviously, we all have that kind of like. What's the biggest thing that just irks you? You see it and you're just like, you little.
Mine right now is the tier 3 thing. Like people that are
Like
worried
people
about
being
tier-
upset?
Mhm. It's just like I mean, if you're upset about this, this is the most petty bullshit you could be upset about with this game. Legitimately. Like more good content and getting the part of the game where Lost Ark got incredible, right? At the beginning. It's like you
Right.
ungrateful. You have no idea what this
Yeah.
game has come from to be given the best part of it at the beginning of playing it. It's like
Right, like you're getting the best,
Yeah.
like
I
the
wish
most
someone-
polished.
Mhm.
I wish
Yeah.
someone had footage from T1 that they could put up a video and be like, "Listen here, you ungrateful fucks.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see misery? Let me show you fucking misery. Here's what the game originally was like. Be very
Acrosium
grateful what you're
crystals
getting."
Can suck a bag of dick. Like a satchel. Like a
Yeah, I wish they could
full
see like all the
potato-
old systems,
Oh.
all the old like the shop, all the stuff on the shop that would make you be like, this game,
What the
Right.
fuck?
fuck
Crazy
this game. Like
man.
what?
Yep.
The actual pay to win?
Yeah.
What do you mean I can go into dungeon infinitely? Like what? Or
Yeah.
like raids and shit? Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Zzav, what's yours?
I mean that's a good one. Definitely. I mean, Dead Game is one that I've been seeing.
Mobile game, dead game.
Games dead. Oh, they're releasing with T3. Dead Game. They ruined it.
Yeah,
They
oh,
destroyed
yeah.
it. I think one of the
Jesus.
most outlandish ones though, speaking of the T1, is there was a legitimate forum post. I
Mm.
remember that somebody posted going, So will there be future plans for there to be like a classic version of the game so that NA can experience the game how it was originally designed? I was like, you don't want
You
that.
do not want that.
You don't want
What?
that.
That is a bad
Yeah.
no.
This isn't like the World of Warcraft. You don't want that. Like,
Yeah.
you actually
No, you
do
actually
not
do
want
not.
that. Like, you do not want that.
Go
Oh
get a
my
mobile
God.
game that's incredibly pay to win. There you go. Done.
Oh.
Genshin Impact.
Hey, at least with other mobile games you could play versus other people in an arena or play with your friends, unlike Genshin Impact where it's just like play by yourself. It's still pay to win, but just play by yourself.
Go do dungeons.
Good luck.
Haha. Okay, that's it.
Yep. Rufio, Laffy brought up a really good point. I know you guys can't see chat right now, so this is more for the
I can. What do you mean?
No. I meant the people watching and on
Oh,
the screen. And also, this podcast might go on Spotify, Rufio, in the next couple weeks. So, anyways,
Gotcha, guys. I'm working on it.
Laffy said you need 8 alts to play the game. That is another thing
Facts.
that fucking infuriates me about people coming into the game. You don't need that many alts to play this game. You have people that are succeeding just by understanding any sort of basic financial advice.
Right.
Buy stuff low, sell high, and you can run the auction house.
I think understanding the value of your items.
Understanding the
that's
value
like
of
the
what
big
you're
thing.
bringing to the table. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you can
Yeah, that'll
sell
be-
these items.
That'll be something veterans will have advantage on for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Someone made a really good comment to me one day about again, you don't need to have alts necessarily. Like, you're gonna want to have alts. I keep stressing this about when it goes, well, why do you need to have alts?
You don't.
Experience the game
Oh yeah.
from a different standpoint.
For sure. 100%.
Run Vuln as a support class, run
Yeah.
it as a range class, experience the game. It really transitions how you do it. But you don't have to have alts, but you should have, PvPers will 100% agree with this. You should have a thorough understanding of other classes. Because if you pick up something that's not necessarily good for your class, that item could be extremely valuable to another class. And you could be milking it from those things. So it's like
100%.
Like, come on. Like,
yeah, there's plenty of reasons. Like, you don't need an ult. Like, casual players, you don't need it. You don't. Like, if you want it, sure. If you want the experience, definitely 100% encouraged, but you don't need it, right? But if you're bored or you find yourself bored and you're just sitting on your same character every day, then go make an ult and learn the game from different perspectives, as Rufio said, right? So, plus you'll be able to get more material, more items. You'll have more money and more income. Like the game, the whole the conversation of like everybody encouraging being like, oh, you need 30 alts. Oh, you need like 10 alts, like minimum. Like, oh, you should have 8 alts within the first month. Like, I know a lot of like that old conversation used to come from how it used to be because you could get a ton of gold, right? You could get an absurd amount of gold having a lot of alts, but it's not like that anymore, right? Like they westernized it and encouraged it to focus on, your one character that you really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think NA is getting the 6 character max for gold earning. Like, I think you can only progress through content with only 6 characters and acquire gold. So you can't be running like Endy, for instance. That man runs like 22 characters.
But it's the same thing. Both of them are Greeks.
And I'm
They're
like,
robots.
that's insane. Like, I can't do that. Like,
what are you?
Think about if you wanted to play 24 alts in one day. That is 12 hours
that's your
on
days.
average of
that's
just
your entire day.
dailies.
Just Chaos and Guardian. Just Chaos and Guardian all day. Yeah, I think one of the big things for me that I'm like kind of over reading and hearing is Amazon's the publisher. It's gonna be like, it'll be effectively what New World is. It'll be dried up, contentless. And I'm like, we haven't even got the game yet. Like,
what
the
Amazon is running this game? It's gonna be no, they're the
DR. What happened to your camera? What the fuck?
Hit your camera. Oh my god. What filter is this? How do I get this filter?
Hold on. What is happening? Hold on.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what just happened. Holy shit.
This is what it looks like when you get hacked.
Hold on. Wrong one. No.
But that is.
You might have to rejoin video.
Can I just do this? Refresh? Hit the button? Good.
Do I hit refresh? Fuck.
I just hit the refresh button.
Hold on. I'm gonna reload. Hold on.
How do I leave this thing?
All right. Daddy Amazon, I have nothing negative to say about you. I think this game is 100% perfect. the way it is.
Immediately, as soon as I started talking about it, the assassins have come to take me out.
Oh my god. What is
But I mean, like that is
Hold on,
the thing.
I'm rejoining.
That just goes back to like how ignorant
Yeah.
like gamers are today. Like it's too often that people think that publishers are the developers, and that
Oh
it's
my
way
gosh.
way too commonplace these
I've had to
days.
constantly pull up anytime like Rox has like responded or Sci-Fi's responded to someone like during the streams. I've had to constantly pull that up and be like, listen, Amazon is the publisher. They do not develop this game. They take your feedback and give it to someone, and that's it. Like there is no them full on like developing this game. They're only just implementing it. That is it.
Yeah, I mean, there was somebody I saw somebody today in one of the chats was like, "Well, hopefully Amazon doesn't ruin it." I'm like, "There's nothing for them to ruin. They don't have like Smilegate's the one who made this build. Amazon didn't make it. This is Smilegate."
If they knew the director from Smilegate and knew how he was, he wouldn't just be like, "All right, here you go, ruin my game and ruin the reputation." Like,
Yeah.
like that's not possible. They sit down together and go. Amazon goes, "Hey, this is what we want." And they're like, "Okay, well, here's what you get." And they're like, "Okay, well, what if we want maybe a little bit this?" "Okay, well, sure, let's work this out," right? It's not just like Amazon goes in and it's like, "Hey," kicks the door in, "Give me it now, mine." It's
just
partnership.
Jeff Bezos.
I've
just
had
like, I fucking heard about Lost Ark.
Right.
It kicks the shit.
Kool-Aid's through the wall.
Yeah.
Have you met me? I started my company in my garage. Like, it's like,
I just came from the moon. You better listen to me.
Yeah, no, it's like I've tried to explain that to so many people. Just like, hey, listen, like they're not the developer, and like the T3 thing too was a big thing. I was like, you guys gotta understand that came from Smilegate. Smilegate was the one that was like,
100%.
we think it's best for your player base or for the player base to experience like a fluidity of the game. Like we're not giving you like straight to Argos, but we want you to be able to fully experience the game without us drip feeding you content, and then you're fluctuating a player base. Like we want consistency amongst the game, and this is the best way for us to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, and too
100%.
often, how many times have we actually seen games try to go that route of drip feed, and then it's not enough? And we can actually have a most recent. Typically, that's like an Eastern MMO thing. You had that with like a few games have done that, but recently. The most recent game that did that was World of Warcraft.
Yep.
And everybody, every phase was, we're bored, we need more. When's the next phase coming out? When's the next this? When's the next that? And it's like, that would have been the same thing.
That's the
Had
exact.
we gone through
that's
stage
crazy
one,
too.
Stage two,
Exactly.
stage three.
That's crazy because you guys paid for that content. That's
sure.
the part I think that I'm like, I can't wrap my head around is the fact that that's content people swiped a credit card for. And they're like, hold on, you're just pre-ordering it. We'll get to you in like 6 months, maybe 9 months. We'll hit you guys with some stuff.
Whenever we're ready.
Like, and it's like with Smilegate, it's like, no, here's the content. Like
Well,
this
here's
is
a
our
shit ton of content.
Yeah.
Like take it.
Or
Well,
free,
that's the
by
thing
the
about
way.
it.
Yeah.
It's a monthly for like WoW, right? And so it's like, every month that you're subscribed, but they don't release the next thing of content, you're still just sitting there
With your thumb in your ass.
for
doing
it.
nothing.
There goes another $15. Oh shit.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
What are you paying for exactly?
You're
That's
paying to run the
just-
same fucking dungeon 600 times over and then just be bored.
That's what frustrates me is the people complaining about T3. Like, I get what you're saying. There's a lot of content, but why would you complain about a lot of content over no content? Like, I'm really confused on, like, we're not getting all of T3. We're getting the very, very, very start of it.
beginning, yeah.
That's what I said.
Very,
If you're-
very, very start.
if you're an MMO dev, you can't win in the West. We are
never.
We are the most ungrateful, unsatisfied.
For sure.
player base
100%.
ever.
Big time.
I said this on stream as well, and I'll say it again. America is the trust fund babies of the MMO.
Yeah, we're spoiled. We're so spoiled.
And we have no idea what we got.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
It's
Back in my day, okay?
Yeah,
I had
you
to
go, Dadrage. You
walk
tell
up.
Fucking Lineage 2. Did you play Lineage 2 on launch? Anyway.
Dude, I had to leave my computer on for 4 days just to get in.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. Holy Christ.
Back in my day,
You're goddamn right. Did any of you
back
play?
in my day, we had to make sure that when somebody called the house, nobody answered the phone.
No.
We
It's like,
lost connection.
Oh
it
my
would be like,
God.
it would be my mom. She'd be like, "What's this sound on the phone? Get off the goddamn internet!" Mom, hold on. Get off. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm in the middle of a very important raid right now,
Oh
Mom.
my god! I
Oh
literally
my God.
when I had 56k, I used to play Ultima Online, and I don't know if you guys played UO, but like
Yeah.
this was before
Very little, but yeah.
Feluca and Trammel, so there was like an area that you couldn't get killed in.
Yeah.
I was like hardcore UO, and I'm out like farming just a little bit for wood to sell on like whatever, and just anyways, my sister answered the phone, game goes down, I come back and I'm just a ghost and my body's looted, and I was just like, I'm
gonna
literally,
fist fight you
like,
right now.
I had like 50,000 gold worth of weapons on me. Like, I don't know. I didn't put anything in my bank.
God.
All my recall stones are gone. Everything that and I'm just like, I was like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna
done.
fucking cry.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
that
actually
shit happened to
done.
me in Diablo 1. I'd be like
Yeah.
going down with friends. I'd be like, and then my mom would pick up the phone. And I'm like, "Mom!"
Dude,
Oh,
unreal.
Jesus.
Unreal.
Back in my day,
Yeah.
we were told to pause our online games.
Oh, dude, my mom used to say that. Pause your game. It's dinner time. I can't pause. Well, get down here. I'm going to turn it off. Mom, please, just hold on like 2 minutes.
You don't
No.
understand.
Okay.
I remember like back in the day, like you would be in the middle of like back when like games like you weren't at a certain save checkpoint and you had to like literally just leave your game on and just turn the PC off and pray it did not freeze.
Yeah.
You go to school and the whole time you're like you're not focusing. Like teacher's like, "What's wrong? Is something going on at home?" Like I'm having really bad at home
Yes,
problems
I'm
right now.
stressing out right now.
Like if I have gotten this far in the game and I come home and it's frozen, I'm going to scream.
Oh yeah, I left
Dude,
my
Wolfen, yeah. Like on ROM and shit. I'd be like, please don't turn my PC off, Mom. Please.
Yeah. Anyways, we just boomered out for a minute there. That was good.
Sorry.
No,
I was
it's
reliving
good.
my glory
Yeah,
days.
that felt good that people feel the same pain as I do about MMOs. But back to Lost Ark, you ungrateful little shits. Okay, no, anyways. No, it's like it's such a good thing that we're getting tier 3. We can't stress that enough. Go ahead.
Oh no. I just saw a comment. Do kids even go outside anymore?
I haven't
Not
been
with
outside
Lost
that
Ark,
much.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I
okay,
just
man.
had to.
Well,
Bro, if you had the games
that was
back
COVID.
then that
No,
we do
yeah.
today, would you
Yeah, I
leave the
used
house?
to go in the woods. Used to go in the woods, grab sticks, pretend I was a Ninja Turtle. You know, like
Oh no,
that's what-
shot.
that's what I
Kids
say-
don't
I
have
say-
an
I say-
imagination
I say-
anymore.
I say our generation was like the best
last
grow up
ones.
generation
think we're the
because
last
we
ones,
got the middle of both.
yeah,
we got to
yeah.
early childhood. We still
Yeah.
did that whole like go out in the neighborhood, be home by lights coming
Lights
on,
on,
all that
lights
stuff, all that
on.
stuff.
Oh,
And
man.
then like by the time we were middle school, high school, it's like that's when like tech was starting to become a thing. The cell phones, iPad, like iPods,
I
all
like
that
to
stuff.
say, I like to say that Fortnite cranking 90s ruined kids going outside.
Oh my God.
Stop. Pretty sure World of Warcraft ruined kids going outside.
It really
No, I
did.
still went outside when World of Warcraft. Like I had like a normal childhood.
Yeah, but you're like
during
31.
like
You're
World
like
War.
4
I'm
years.
33. Like I was in high school when WoW like was coming out, and I was like, I still went outside and did stuff, but like
Not as
Yeah,
much though.
like-
I
like
will say,
college definitely hit different. Like I was like, oh man, do we just not like go outside anymore? Like we just play Call of Duty and Halo all day.
Yeah.
Like
Get
I mean-
hammered and play Call of Duty. Literally, that's
Yeah.
all everybody did.
you guys.
I think when
like,
once they finally flushed out online, like actual online gameplay, I think that's when like the outside stopped existing for everybody.
guys,
Yeah.
I mean, imagine a world where growing up in this era with a cell phone and like the availability of what is available now, not knowing
Yeah.
what we knew, right? It's
Yeah.
you don't know any different, but I would much rather have grown up here where nerds are celebrated and like what we're doing here
Oh,
is
yeah.
like appreciated
Dude.
rather
Yeah.
than growing up the era that I went into class and like people were like, "Oh, what'd you do?" And we were like, "Oh, we were drinking booze at fucking Derek's house and we went out and had a fight club because we
We had
watched
a
the movie
pit party.
Fight Club." Right? And then you're
Yeah.
like, I played Final Fantasy VIII for a while.
Dude.
It was pretty sick. And they're like, "Oh, dude, you fucking square." Like, what? You know?
You're a fucking nerd,
Yeah.
dude. I was the same way. I played hockey with all the big boys, and they were like, "Oh, you play games? What are you, a nerd?" And I'm like, "Oh, I play like Call of Duty, Halo." They're like, "Oh, that's sick, yeah." And then I'm
Yeah.
like, "There's one dude that I would talk about. We'd secretly talk about it. I swear to God. After the locker room, we would chill and be like, I'd be like, yo, what you doing? Wow. Oh, yeah, so, we did MC
Yeah.
last night. And I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, dude. So I
Yeah,
got double
Call
kill
of
last
Duty,
night on Halo. Dude, it was so fucking
360,
sick.
360.
Kilimanjaro.
I remember like the first time I was at a party with like, it was like my first like high school party. And I'm like talking to my friends about like playing COD. And I was like, yeah, dude, last night I had this nasty 3-piece, 360 no scope, dropped everybody. And this chick was like, are you in the army? And I'm like, I just like sighed. I was like my nerd face is like, no, dude, fucking COD. What are you talking about? But like the guy in me was like, yeah, I'm like a brigadier general. Like, dude, like
I go on special missions. I'm like a special ops, like the Rangers.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean-
Shit. Oh, okay.
It's crazy how real those stereotypes were. I mean,
Right.
Big time.
I just
Huge.
vividly remember my senior year of high school, and it was like I had 2 free periods, and so I would spend them in the senior lounge on my computer, and I was actually playing WoW,
Hell
playing
yeah.
World of Warcraft
Mhm.
during my free period, and one of the guys like walks behind me, one of the other seniors. He stops, he turns, he looks at me. He's like, "Are you playing WoW?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "But don't you play football?" I was like,
Yeah.
"So?"
I can
And-
shoot ball.
yeah. I can throw a ball and crush a dungeon. Dog.
I can crush
What's
you
up?
and this dungeon. So that's
You
what I
want to
would have
get
said.
you want to get beat up by a WoW player, my boy?
Yeah, for real.
The only instance in American
You got
history.
beat up by a nerd.
Like,
Dude, the same
imagine,
thing with
bro.
hockey though. Like same thing. Yeah, people be like, "Oh, hey, don't you play sports? Like, man, you play baseball and hockey?" And I'm like, "So?" Like, I still
Man.
fucking clap your cheeks on any online game. What's up? They're like, "Oh, okay."
Wow, growing up was great.
Fuck that.
I don't know. This generation in a Xbox 360 Halo 3 lobby, I
They wouldn't be ready.
severely.
It would be a-
Yikes.
Oh man.
Yikes.
I mean,
Really, a
Fortnite
lot of
lobbies-
hurt feelings.
Yeah.
A lot of hurt feelings.
We,
But anyway, back to Lost Ark.
Yeah.
All right, what are you most excited about Lost Ark? Like in general, period. Like, what do you guys just like besides the fact it's coming out? Yes, we're excited about that, but like, what are you looking forward to? Like playing with the homies, doing content with friends, doing island, like messing around and doing events. Like, what do you think?
Oh,
You're
man.
Zzav, you go
looking
first.
forward
You know
to?
what? I can't wait for all of the East versus West drama when it comes into the PvP
Those are so
leaderboard.
good.
Same.
DJ's
Yeah.
gonna go take his welfare grandmaster
Whoa!
on the low pop
Oh,
way.
Mike, did he just say this out loud?
Oh no!
Yeah.
At least I'm a get
Oh.
grandmaster. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna be pitiful and on my scrapper. What do you think?
I'll be hanging out.
I'm
in
gonna
the
be a
bronze-
masochist. What do you mean?
Gulag
Yeah.
gatekeeper.
Yeah, I'll be down in the gulag with fishing. All right.
Or fishing's gonna have like 300 pings, still just eating the gulag.
Yeah.
I think permanence. This
Yeah.
this loomingness of like everything I've done is going out the window. Like
Mhm.
for like right now, I feel like with the Russian servers, I feel like they're going offline permanently, and I'm
Mhm.
like I'm sad about it.
They will.
But I'm like, but I have this new game to look forward to. So the permanence of like everything
Yeah.
I'm doing is permanent, and I can swipe my credit card for outfits,
Not feel
and
bad
I'll
about
be
it.
able to. Yeah, like I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so excited. I'm
It's not- you're
so
not burning
so
money at
excited.
that point. You're just
Yeah,
not,
like, I'm not
setting money on
wasting
fire.
money, right? Like I'll be able to see it on a regular basis.
Mm.
So yeah, permanence
about
is the
that.
big thing.
I feel like 14 characters that I boosted, and I'm like, fuck, that's just so much wasted. I mean, it's not wasted because I got the experience and I got knowledge, right? That's
Yeah.
a good thing, but I didn't buy any outfits. Like, I just
Well,
bought.
Oh, I think a
Well,
couple
here
of
we
my
go.
characters are styling.
I got an interesting question because
Mhm.
I do think this will happen.
Mm.
Do you think that within a year's time of NA and EU being out, Russia servers shut down?
No,
No.
I think Russia. I think we're under.
Hmm.
I think we're underestimating the Russian population. I don't play this game at 2 o'clock in the morning, but when I do, like, I am up during my gen like late hours. Volton, there's like 18 instances of Volton being ran, and I'm like, oh, okay, so there's people out here playing. Like there's definitely people moving around. If they move to EU, I think the RU servers are going to be done if they make a big transition to play with all the
Well-
EU players. But
Well, there
I
are.
think it'll be fine.
But the problem is legally, if these guys start getting dunked on with their Steam accounts, because I talked to Chichizu about this actually. We were offline, we were chatting like it was like
Love you,
10
Stormy.
o'clock. Yeah, thanks, Sturm. Anyways, we're chatting about this and they're not allowed to play on EU. Like Russia is not allowed through Steam to play on EU servers. They're excluded from this because they have their own. Also,
Yeah.
the two governments don't exactly like play well with each other when it comes to transfer of players. Also, look at what happened with League of Legends. You have Moscow 5, who was a very prominent team in League of Legends, one of the most well-respected teams, all of them from Russia, right? They come over and they had so many visa issues every single year playing in the EU LCS at that time. They eventually aren't allowed to play in the EU LCS by visa rules. And so they have to go back to their own server and have their own system. It ends up not going great. Like the RU, they have teams that come from that area for League of Legends. But I mean, that's a very isolated instance. But I do think that with this mass exodus of American players, like we have a chance to revitalize servers because people follow American trends in general, right? Like I'm not just crazy on this, but like a big game in North America can mean a big game revitalizes JP servers, revitalizes RU servers a little bit because one, gold is worth more. Being that you can't transfer it, but like every player that goes into the game, let's be real, there are people that sell gold on the internet and it does raise the player base. This all happens together, right? So RU eventually gets more players. People want to sell gold on RU to actually make a livable income. Shit like that happens. So I think RU sticks around for a lot longer than a year. I think JP is going to make a resurgence with like a lot of the JP PvPers are coming to West. So that's huge. I want to see.
You're gonna get Blaster XXX dumping on you
Sasaki
nonstop.
is fucking sick.
Let me rephrase it a little bit.
Jesus.
What if in the first year we surpass Russia?
Oh,
In certain
absolutely.
ways.
I think we will. I think we will.
Oh, 100%.
I think
not even the first year. First, like what? Probably 6 months.
Look at how fast we're getting
6 to 8
T3
months.
content.
Oh, I know.
I think we might blow through and catch up to Russia, if not pass them in terms of content. If the player population stays healthy, I think we pass Russia.
Are we right behind JP right now?
Yeah,
basically.
they just got
behind
their,
them.
they
like
got
just-
their first Legion raid, if I'm not mistaken, like a couple months back.
I think 3 months, right?
Yeah.
No, it's like a month and a half ago, wasn't it?
No. I mean, like I think we're like 3 months behind.
We're
Like,
3
consider,
months.
like,
in
3 months
consideration,
behind
like
them.
if we get our content in 3 months, right? We'll just.
Oh, they just got Beatrice.
That's huge. Like, good lord, we're this fast track makes me super happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
we almost beat Russia to Sork.
Yeah, true. 100%.
Sure did. Did we
Do you think?
Do we beat JP to Sork?
Yeah. Yes.
No.
I don't think Japan has Sork yet.
I thought JP had Sork. No.
I mean,
Fishing. Oh, they don't have Sork yet. Oh, okay.
That's crazy, right? I mean, they obviously beat us to our
Wait,
Arcana
is it?
Destroyer, but
Are they doing anything to promote Sork right now? Like, it's coming soon,
comes
or is
out
it just not there?
after Clown. So
Yeah.
if they're going in order,
they're.
Oh, do you think that? How do you think they're going to release? I mean, I have my idea, but how do you think they're going to release new characters? Do you think they're just like with the big content drops, they're going to introduce a character or like a new class? Excuse me, not character, class. A new class every time. Or...
I think 2 ways. There's 2 possibilities. Well, 2 ways I'd like to see it done, because either they do a very consistent method of like 1 each month as a way to like keep things like really steady and going for people in the first, half of the year of the game. Because you don't want to make the classes take too long. And the reason for this is like this is probably the only real legitimate criticism that I've accepted people make about the T3 release, is that if we get Argos with a lot of these classes missing, or like we start to go into like Legion Generals and people still don't have like the main class that they were wanting to play available, that was originally available during that content. Right. That would be really annoying and frustrating and painful for people to have to deal with when it came to changing characters at that point. And so I would think it would be kind of cool if they were like, hey, we're going to have Argos for 3 months. And then they they do 2 classes per month of like the remaining classes.
Yeah.
And that way we can get the remaining classes in before we start actually getting into the real end game progression aspect that starts to be very large, like financially invested with gold and materials and all that.
Right. Yeah, I think they'll do that. I hope they do that anyway. That's the whole, pretty much the same premise that I was thinking to myself. Like, I really hope that they do that because it would be weird, as I said, just not having those classes during the big content.
Yeah. I'm cool with not having Destroyer, obviously, in a tournament setting for right now.
Listen,
And
it's D. What are you afraid of? It's D tier, dude. It's D tier.
Yeah, it's D tier. What do you mean?
I know better. And I know how American players play. And I know that
Some of the EU boys that play Destroyer.
fucking Intenzo is insane.
Jesus.
If you think for one hot second that you are going to just dash away and stun Intenzo in a corner, he is going to run you down. He's going to kill you. He's going to kill your whole family. And then he's going to run your house over with his fucking Destroyer.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He does not fuck around. That guy ruins lives. And like,
sounds like in Jesus Lord.
I don't think there's really a Destroyer on KR that I've felt that oppressed by. Like, that class can just wait for me.
Wait, what's your rank right now in KR? Are you
like
still
100 off
bronze?
that. What? I'm fucking gold.
I don't know.
He's so insulted by that.
The fuck you mean, boy?
Yeah, dude. What the?
Then I would be the best player in bronze. I would kick your roll out.
I doubt that, dude. Highly doubt that. Have you beat Hyper yet? Nope.
Yeah, I have.
I don't think so. I'll talk to Hyper about this.
We'll conversate.
Fake news.
Tell you. Salty, what is it? Toxic 1v1s after this? Is that the plan?
I'm waiting for my sushi to get delivered.
Okay.
I'm starving.
Wait, I'm hungry. Where's my food?
You
didn't ask any of us for food?
Yeah,
Like, come on, dude. What the
No.
fuck?
actually, I have pizza here. But anyways, friends, let's open it up. Does anyone have some questions for our guests? Please tag me and another guest, whoever you have questions for, or anyone else in the comments, please, or chat.
Inspire the Wolf has a question. He wants to know, DJ, what was it like losing to Inspire the Wolf in 1v1s?
Dadrage, how do you feel about Warlords in 1v1? If you had to put out a tier list.
Strong.
How do you feel about Paladins in 1v1s if you had to put out a tier list?
Boring to watch.
Get the fuck off my show. God damn it. Whatever.
They're pretty good.
No,
I wouldn't say they're like S plus tier, but they're pretty good.
I think they're terrible in 1v1.
But the Warlord though, Warlord's pretty good for 1v1s in my opinion.
That's all I'll say. That's all. Anyways, let's see. Do you guys think we'll have RUKR Catchup, or are they going to let us grind T1 for a month? We kind of talked about this earlier, but I'll let you guys go real quick. Dadrage, you start.
What?
Do you think we'll have RUKR Catchup, or are they going to let us grind T1?
No, I just wait. Well, what do you mean by the catch-up? Like where they give you the chests and you get like the upgraded weapon, or like wait, what do you mean? I guess I'm stupid.
I would assume like my version of RUKR Catchup is the Express Pass, where your first character.
I don't think right off the rip now.
Oh no.
They won't right up. Maybe like a few months in. Maybe I think it'll be a bit before they do that.
The only thing that people should potentially look at being a possibility is what they did in beta. Is if they bring this into the live service, because if you remember in beta, when you completed the Vern story, you got that free power pass.
Yep.
And so that would be the only thing to consider, would be like if they leave that in for the live service, just for, because they said they weren't going to sell power pass on release.
Right.
And so there would be no other way to get a character up other than playing through it. So it is a possibility that they do that again, where the power pass like could stay in, and you can have like, you'd have one for one character. That would be the only scenario.
That'd be cool with
that. I would be okay with that. If you
one
bring a
character,
second character online would be really, really great.
I think
encouraging somebody to have at least one ult, that'd be cool.
One of the things that Necrogenesis was saying is that islands were nuts in beta. I think personally they stay at least somewhat close to that, because like tier 1 in the grand scheme of things does not matter. And I think that's a lot of why this is happening, because one of the big issues that would have happened and NAEU would have run into is patch disparity, and that's why we got the bugs that we did, is because they just turned off the content, but we were on a different PvP patch, we were on a different PvE balance patch, and then so like we got the increased version of islands that KR has, but we didn't have this stuff available. And so like this is the issue they're wanting to avoid, and why they want us to catch up as fast as they are going for this, so that we don't have NAEUs on these, like, got these crazy bugs that they have to like work overtime to fix. That's like what I think they want to avoid.
I mean, we're getting T3 content, so I don't know why they would ever change the islands, because it's like kind of like here, you guys are a little bit behind here, have some extra material to catch you up. So I don't know why. I don't think that's really a catch-up mechanic per se, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think our progression through T1 will be similar to what it was in beta.
Yeah,
like just
I agree.
plain and simple. I think the island rewards will, very much so potentially be the same. I don't think we'll see anything that's like crazy that is like intended to, expedite us once we get to like 1302 or anything like that. But like what we saw in beta is very likely to be like what's intended for our version. I mean, T1, even without that, T1 would still be extremely short-lived. I mean, 1 month, like it would not take a month to get through that, because I do think that the enhancing, at the minimum, that enhancing will be the same, where I think it's like up to +6 is 100%, and then it's still like it's like 80, 70,
yeah,
70,
80,
60,
yeah,
60.
exactly.
Like, I still think it'll be those higher values,
For
and
sure.
you will have that RNG of like 12 to 15, where it's like 30%, 40%, whatever. But it won't be that bad in terms of getting there.
We got a couple questions here. Rufio, how do we feel about the naming restrictions, and what countermeasures would we do to go around it if we were in charge?
Well, I mean, I can't add, like, I'm kind of mad. Like, I've got it bad. I wanted to add capitals in like the middle of my name at least, but that doesn't seem like that's gonna be able to. I can't do that, so I had to find other means of being able to do that. So for now, I'm just gonna name my character and come up with unique names like XXRARXD, and just capitalize the first X. I wish that they did a family naming system, and then your first name can be whatever you wanted. Like, I would much prefer that, but I mean, it is what it is. The guild one is going to be the one that's really interesting, because
That sucks.
I feel like guild names are very generic and like a dime a dozen, and I think you got to be the first person to really establish your guild so you don't get your name ganked.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. You can have like bears, but you can't have the bears unless it's all one word.
That Google document, I'm telling you right now, if you have a cool name on that Google document, your name might get sniped, and you can't get mad because you decided to put your name on a document where everyone's looking. So, but other than that, I don't even think there's really like a ways to get around it. I'm gonna have very like like a lot of the names I use now in video games. I'm just gonna use those names. I'm not gonna really stress on it. I wish that they did a name reservation and at least one character creation.
Yep.
I think that would have been really cool, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm happy we're getting the game. So
Yep, can't even complain, but I wish we would have name reservation. We'll go on to the next question. This will be for Zzav and Dadrage. Is not getting DirectX 11 disappointing or not a big deal, considering the bid delay we got and the API is 20 years old?
So I would say that, because I think Rox actually answered this question perfectly, and that is that it makes sense. Like the base framework for DX11 is there, but they don't want to implement it right away because our version of the game is so customized and it's not representative of like what they have. Like KR is the only one with DX11 right now, right?
Right.
And so like it's like our build is not a one-to-one replication of KR's or of any other regions. And so it makes sense that, the framework of it is there to begin like with it, and they want to test it more. Like, she's like, it needs more testing before they want to roll it out, because they don't want to have those issues that could come with it on release. I think it's good that they're holding off. If they are not 100% comfortable with it, it is good that they are not rolling it out on launch, so that it is not one more element.
Yeah.
It's not one more variable that could
Exactly.
be a problem that people run into with their game client.
It's not another negative review.
Yeah.
something for somebody to have an excuse to complain about something. So
Error
they're gonna-
DX11.
yeah.
Motherfucking DX11, bro.
No, I'm not.
Amazon.
I mean, I lag a little on DX9 in town. That's my only, but I could care less. I don't spend a lot of time there, so it's not incredibly noticeable for me. Like obviously playing on from DX9 to 11, you go from Russia to KR. Like it's noticeable, like the smoothness of it, maybe right, like just how it performs. But it's not make or break for me. It's not a huge deal. I'd rather them fix it, whatever they need to do, make sure they get all of the kinks out, and then we get it. I'd rather have that over just broken garbage thrown at us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Twixel asked, how long do you guys think they will be adding new servers because the game is getting so much hype? Rufio, you want to take that one?
I mean, I think I can only go off of like what they did with like New World. So it's like as people were coming online and servers were filling up, they were bringing servers online. So I think it's just going to be a matter of how the player like population like pops off. So like if West gets this massive surge of players coming in, I think then you're not going to really have anything to worry about. You're going to see players or servers popping up whenever. So
all right. Perfect. Let's see. And Bucket has said, have you seen any problems with bots on KRRU? New World release had a huge problem with phishing bots. Instead of fixing the game, they nerfed phishing. I know JP had some bot issues because of the amount of items they gave on release. They gave like a bunch of stuff for getting people involved, and so it was like a pretty turbulent launch with alternate accounts. But
Well, and the legacy thing actually had a nice source of gold associated to it as well.
Mm-hmm. So there
Yeah.
have been issues, but the only bot issue I'm worried about is like adventure book items.
That's what people do. I mean, on KR, you'll see it. You'll see people multi-boxing like world bosses. That's the only thing you see though. Like, it's not like they're trying to farm a shit ton of gold or anything. They're just doing their adventure books.
Also, world bosses spawn with like 20 seconds of immunity so that everybody can tag it and get credit.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know. Have we seen the screenshot from the official vid that shows limit 1 for dungeon? No, but you can link that in chat. And then there was another one while they're getting that link.
Yeah, but I mean that would just go back to our earlier conversation of where we think that we're probably have the newer dungeon system so that we can start making gold earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So Fun Gentleman asks, do you think there will be a server wipe or something like that? New World from Amazon had a hard start, if you know what I think I get what you're saying. So the Dadrage, do you want to take this one? Since we're
Zzav.
I mean, yeah, Zzav too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what was the
question was, do you think you're good. Do you think there can be a server wipe or something like that? New World from Amazon had a hard start, if you know what I mean. I would imagine like new servers is kind of
like a fresh start.
Yeah, I mean like Arcade did it, but the fresh start's a mess anyway.
I mean, the only environment because
I could never see it happen.
I could never see it happen just because it never has happened.
Like unheard of completely.
Like
if it's
that
not
type
in
of
KR, I don't think
Like,
I use KR as like my basin for everything. If it's not in
like
KR,
things that have happened in KR, like bugs or glitches or somebody taking advantage, like usually it just gets taken care of, and then they just kind of move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that is what I say. Like, especially right now, I think the most common one that I run into is when people talk about, they're like, well, we asked Amazon to add, pre-made arenas, so hopefully they do that. I'm like, that's not like Amazon is not going to make the decision if it doesn't happen in KR.
Right.
It's not going to happen here. Like KR is, you should base whatever happens in KR. That is what you should expect.
Exactly.
Here. So right now, the only things that you can expect going forward is 1K stats and more freely customizable custom arenas, which DJ and I got to make use of.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome. My personal opinion on the ranked 3v3 on like group Q is like I don't want it personally because I want just like Solo queues, the whole point of it is
I like
that you
the
play what you
idea of
want.
people being responsible for themselves.
I
not
hate
having
it.
that.
Encourages meta slaves for
And-
one, and then it encourages the devs to try to balance it, and then in turn them balancing it, they have to make something a little bit better, because there's no way you're ever going to just have the most perfectly balanced
No way.
anything with a pre-made, because everybody tries to figure out what best classes go together, what they can do with each other, like to like go off of each other.
Mhm.
It just doesn't work. So
Well, and let's not leave out, like, the biggest problem that it opens up. People buying Grandmaster.
buying,
Yep.
yeah, buy. I mean, that's gonna
Buy
happen
your-
regardless.
Buy your rank. Yeah, but like
but not getting carried, right?
not
exactly.
getting carried through. You're not gonna be able to like pay
100%.
2 other Grandmasters to
Right.
like boost your rank up.
Exactly.
It's like
You just pay one guy instead, and
I mean,
get it back in like 3 or 4 weeks. Then when he finally gets it,
Imagine a world where like freaking Hesitant and Blinks are just like, yeah, so if you want to pay us like $2,000, we'll get your character to Grandmaster. Like they obviously would never do that, but like the caliber of players, like it would destroy the credibility so quickly.
Yeah.
And like I understand there will be pilots, like people piloting your account, sure,
Yeah.
but at least it's somewhat held down by. Also, I don't like people relying on others for supplementing their lack of skill. That
yeah, but
bugs me.
but the counterpart, because I've even had this conversation with people. The counterpart is like, well, I want to play with my friends. I just want to go play ranked with my friends. Like, I want to be able to have groups and like group PvP and stuff. I'm like, okay, go play unranked. You have unranked ranks, right? Like you
Yeah.
can go do that. And they're like, yeah, but that's not ranked. And it's like, okay, well, you have the option. You're just not wanting to take the option. That's all.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense because I just want to play with my friend. It's like,
Go play with your
it's like
friends
talking
then.
to it's like talking to a wall.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
If you're not giving them exactly what they want, and you're telling them the counter argument for what they want, but I want to play with my friends. It's like,
Yeah,
no, dude, you're missing the whole reasoning why we don't want that.
yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
we'll move on.
it's-
Oh, go ahead, Zap. Go ahead.
No, it's like that's absolutely the thing. People are like, well, I want to be able to play with friends. It's like, but people refuse to acknowledge that there are more negatives that contribute to the idea
Exactly.
of team ranked existing. I mean, like, first of all, PvP is already the minority audience within an MMO,
Mhm.
and then you want to further split that audience in half with 2 separate queues. And then the balance issue again, like, which one do you choose to balance then? 3v3 or solo queue? If you
Yeah.
choose to balance around 3v3, that just fucks solo queue, and now your solo queue audience is pissed off and they're going to stop playing. Or if you bounce
Yep.
around solo queue, your 3v3 group, your 3v3 player base is pissed off because they can't, get a proper balance for their 3v3s.
Mhm.
And it's just a nightmare of nonstop problems that arise from it. And
They-
so
they-
it really is better that it just stays as a solo queue aspect of the game.
Sometimes you
Is
coin
what it
flip.
is.
It sucks, but at least I'm not fighting double blaster Bard every time I fucking walk into the arena.
Or double Zork,
Okay.
anything.
Double
okay, all
double
this
Sork.
negativity.
Well, anyway, we'll move on. Class stacking in general, there's a reason it's not in the tournament scene. So,
Yeah.
so question for everyone: what part of the monetization would you want Amazon to change for our version different than KR, i.e., peons on the auction house, peons? We'll start with Dadrage.
Oh no, I'm trying to think.
Ooh, I have. Ooh, I.
You got it,
ooh,
Rufio?
Oh,
Go
go.
for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm
Should
go
I
trying
for
do
to
it.
this one? All right, listen.
Yeah.
I in the beta
Mm-hmm.
on the auction house, they were charging Fion coins for books, and I was like losing my mind. I pray to God that is not an implementation that we're gonna.
I didn't
get
even know
in
that was a
today.
thing.
Oh my! I like hit the market and I was looking because I was like, I want to troll around and see. I wanted to scream.
I didn't know
do
that existed.
not. Yeah, it was in our version of the beta, and it
That
was.
sounds terrible. What the
I
hell?
do not want. It's like I'm
Why?
like, dude, it's already bad enough. I have to go and get like jewelry, armor, and I'm experiencing this right now in RU, and I'm like, I hate this.
Mhm.
Now adding the added stress of having to buy books as well, no shot.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, I want that to not be there. I don't mind the Fions. I think the Fions control the market. It really helps balance the market so you don't get like an absorbent amount of like gold inflation and everything like that. which is kind of nice. So,
But it also adds a valued currency that is difficult to get through normal means. Like
Right.
that's what worries me is like just with Fions in general, with ability stones. That's the worry, because like if I want to roll like a perfect stone, like I'm obviously gonna be spending like actual money potentially. So Dadrage, you go ahead.
No, I was saying
No, I was
well, I think
like, did
I
you have
think
any...
Fions are trapped behind blue gems, if I'm not mistaken. And if you
Are
can't,
they?
I don't think you
I think
can
you're right,
do.
yeah.
I don't think you can do the thing. Well, again, I don't know what the currency exchange looks like yet. But in RU, for instance, to make your blue coins gold, that costs real money. Like you actually have to own royal gems to convert from blue to gold. So I'm thinking, or I'm hoping at least, that they keep everything blue gem based, and then you can obviously take your gold and convert to blue gems to acquire these items like the Fion coins and stuff like that.
So Bookworm, that's kind of the roundabout way to answer. It's a currency that it's supposed to hinder bots basically from farming too much gold, and gold being the only currency that is available through trading on the auction house. The other option would be going the Elion route, where there's like a maximum limit on what an item can be priced at and a minimum limit. And that's just
I
not
can't wait
healthy
to see these
for
NA
the
prices.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's really
terrible.
unhealthy for the auction house.
I can't wait to see
Zzav,
these NA values.
Did you want to talk about this as well?
I mean, I'm just trying to think about it, and it's like, you know, I don't really have too many complaints with the monetization when
Same.
you look at it objectively with what exists, even looking at like KRs, like what exists in the boxes and whatnot, for a game that is completely free. And the competitive aspects of the game in PvE and PvP are equalized.
Free.
Yeah, I just, it it is what it is. They're making great money. They've made a ton of great changes to the game. They've removed numerous things that were monetization issues, and they've done even more in game, right? They, at LAON, they talked about the reroll, the end of dungeon chest roll, right?
Yeah.
Is no longer blue crystal based.
Right.
It is gold, which is another, that's another element that they have changed in order to accommodate
realistically
the
though,
free to play players.
That just all it is, if you know the game, it's just it's one less button that you're pressing, or like 3 less, rather than transferring your gold into blue crystals then to buy the chest. You are just buying the chest with gold, which ends up actually potentially costing more depending on what happens with the market. But it's a good choice in general to stop the 1%er inflation that is happening in Korea right now with the system that's currently in place.
I think everything on the store is pretty fair. I don't think there's anything I would argue about, like even in Korea, like any of that. Like I don't think there's anything at all that's unfair. And the fact, I'm gonna reiterate, what Zzav said, the game's free. There's so much content that we get. There's so much content constantly that we get and that we have. It's just free. You don't need to spend any money to play the game at all.
It's wonderful.
They just give you so much content. Like they just continually, like we'll get T4 for free. Like I don't.
One thing while we're talking about this and we've kind of got everybody's attention, I do want to shout out like these two guys being on the show last minute. Thank you, Dadrage. Thank you, Zzav. Like, and we'll continue talking a little bit more. We've got a few more questions, but thank you guys so much. Like last minute, we decided to do an emergency podcast this weekend, and you guys like just being like, hey, yeah, we'll show up. I really do appreciate you guys being on.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
That's been great.
So
I love getting to talk about this stuff,
dude. It's so much fun, right?
I definitely want to get you guys back on like
Absolutely.
a more personable level, though.
My
When
back?
we're not talking.
Yeah,
I mean that too.
Rufio's trying to clap cheeks, dog.
Sorry.
You're gonna have to subscribe to my OnlyFans for that.
I can't do that, unfortunately. I'm currently subscribed to someone.
He's on
it's
VR
okay.
chat all night, so
Jesus Christ, dude.
I didn't know that you could do that. Like,
Dude,
now that's my vibe.
I swear to God, Rufio is the DJen of Mokoko Cast. He's like,
wait, does your lady know that you're sitting on there?
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, just making
did you
sure.
watch this podcast?
Oh. Yes, but not today. I told it was a really boring episode.
Also, by the way, thank you all for the follows. Like, much appreciated. Like I said, make sure you follow Dadrage. Make sure you follow Zzav. Make sure you follow Rufio. These guys are incredible. They put out amazing content every single day. Please, and they all stream at different times, so it's like perfect. You can just like watch Dadrage and then watch Zzav and then watch Rufio, and that's a thumbnail right there.
Yeah.
Did you
And
get
if you want to
stuck?
see someone,
Did
if you
you-
want to see
oh, no,
someone
you-
absolutely hate their life while they play PvP,
I was
I
just
got you.
pretending. I was pretending.
That was so good. That was so good. Thank you, Pete, for the shout outs. Thank you. Also, so Hawk said predictions on cash shop prices, 1,000 crystals for $10.
$1.
I mean, that seems right.
$1.
That seems
We
fair to me.
already
Yeah.
we already know what the prices are gonna be. It was already displayed. If you
So
guys
there.
watch any of
Pretty accurate.
watch any of the legacy video stuff, he's already shown it. Like he's already showing you what the prices are gonna be. Like outfits are gonna be like $20.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be exactly what you would expect to see in a normal MMO. Like it's gonna be like
Yep.
$20 for an outfit. $1,000 or 1,000 crystals is probably gonna be $10.
$1,000.
$1,000.
I will say this. I will say this though. If you wanted to, I think Shaggy can confirm this. I think it was if you bought like the super chest of blue crystals with the royal gems,
Mhm.
like the 3,600 or whatever. I think it was like $90 if you wanted it. And I was like, holy crap! Like, Jesus,
Bruh.
that's expensive.
Bruh.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do these like these blue chests that are content gated. So like they have chests in the game that you can only buy once. That
Oh yeah.
you once you progress through like tier 1, all throughout they'll give you blue crystals for doing certain things. It's a very like mobile like esque idea.
Mhm.
But it gives you like a fat stack of blues, right? For that. So I think that could help the economy in general with blue crystals being in circulation as much as they are. So
Mhm.
and it might actually make the value of like a blue crystal pack be worth more for buying it cheaper. But anyway, that's
You know
there's
what
yeah. Go ahead.
You know, I like the bundles that they do where they give you like an outfit, a wallpaper, and then the
yeah.
blue crystals. It's always like it seems like it's a fair price. It's not, like,
They do a great
incredibly
job of that.
overpriced.
Zzav, real quick, nonchalant Jeff wants to lick your chest hair. That was the question.
That was a statement. That
He's-
wasn't a
he's-
question.
He's got to get in line. I mean, I don't know.
OnlyFans, we talked about this earlier.
Oh.
Let's go check this out.
How do you avoid a nipple slip, Zzav?
He's got tape. Double
That's
sided
how-
tape.
What the-
That's gonna hurt his chest though.
I just think he opens up the
no,
shirt a
that
little
would
bit.
hurt so bad.
He's got the
Got him.
40-year-old
We got
virgin,
him.
like just 2 rip marks, so he's keeping tape, double-sided tape. Oh my god! Just like I watch you
What
move,
if
and I'm
it-
like, oh, we're gonna get a nipple one of these days.
It's Velcro.
Nah.
Velcro.
I couldn't do that. I
Like the
move
chest
my
hair.
age. I'm just like
Interweaved with the shirt, and it's just
he
Anyway,
like braids his
sorry.
chest hair into his
Yeah,
shirt so
that's
it doesn't.
Let's see. So, Fun Gentleman asks, what do we think about gender lock solutions? Maybe better if the opposite sex could be more different. I mean, the skills will be different, but not like Deadeye and Gunslinger look the same.
Kids that come in.
I mean, I don't think it'll change beyond what they currently have because then
Yeah.
it would be a problem. They'd have to go back and redesign the ones that they've already done. They have
Yeah.
a system that they have to keep going with now, unless they wanted to redo that. I think it's a very convenient way for them to be able to basically release a new class without actually releasing a new class, but it's able to be a little bit of a different version. But I don't see them changing that. It would be nice if it rolled out like maybe a little bit faster. Just because, there's still so many classes to go through, right? Like we've had what, 2 gender lock removals.
Mm-hmm.
There's another 20 classes to go.
It's like my fear, but like hopefulness at the same time, is to see something like Dungeon Fighters or like Maple Story, where there's just a plethora of classes to play that all introduce something new and different to the game.
I
So
think-
that's really, really exciting.
I think the whole gender lock thing is starting to get like the amount of stress that it's putting on the development team, you can kind of see with how long that it's taking for them to put stuff out, because they want to put out a good product. They want to put out, it's not just like, oh yeah, you got to re-roll your fucking Deadeye into a whole different character gunslinger, but it's the same thing you've been playing this whole time. Same engravings and shit like that. They're like trying to make it a little bit more nuanced, and I appreciate that. That means they're actually putting care and effort into making full on more streamlined versions of these classes. I do want to see them go back and like touch up Deadeye, touch up War Dancer to not be so linear. But I mean, if they don't, War Dancer's already really strong right now anyway. So I don't think they're really going in the wrong direction. I mean, when they make female paladin, she's gonna be busted, so just play that.
She's gonna be called Crusader.
Oh my god,
dude,
that's what I said.
Valkyrie.
Oh my god,
Valkyrie.
No,
Crusader.
Valkyrie would be female gunlancer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, a shield maiden.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Shield Maiden would be kind of fire too.
It's gonna be so sick because
I don't know, whatever they call it.
Someone's gonna get mad though, because that's not politically correct. You can't just use the word maiden. Like they're gonna get mad. So
well,
I'm just saying.
Anyway.
I'm just saying. Listen,
sure.
VR chat's taught me a lot. I'm being very PC.
all right, I believe you.
Okay. Dion Chat said, "Do you think that the silver and bronze packs are worth buying if for anything other than early access?"
The currency,
yeah, the sub. I mean,
currency
free
in the
pet and
sub.
sub.
Yeah.
I mean, I think bronze is more worth it than the silver. I think you'd be better off buying bronze and then buying currency.
Yep.
Or silver, like instead of just buying silver.
Yeah, if you don't give a shit about the costumes or anything like that, then just bronze.
Yeah.
Save your money for other stuff.
Yeah, the currency though. If you guys don't know, the currency, just having that nice little stack of royal gems would be really nice. But that 45 days or whatever, or not 40, 90 days of whatchamacallit, it's gonna be really nice. So
flat wallpaper. That's the most important thing.
Yep.
I think just in general, if you can't afford it, just get the bronze in general. If you can, it's what's the cost of like a WoW subscription?
Mom,
yeah.
Let me use the credit card.
Right, and let me take the trash out. Give me like a monthly.
Go mow somebody's lawn. That's what I always say. Somebody's like, "Oh, what if I can't get the go mow a lawn? Go mow like 3 lawns."
I
don't know.
Go aggressively wash someone's window at a stoplight, and they'll give you $1 at least. Do that 15 times, you'll be good. But I think, no, at least the bronze. That 3-day head start is going to be key. Sorry, Zzav, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, totally, it's fine. I was gonna say that what Gamma's talking about is that if people like if you care about exclusives, like the plat pack is actually really valuable in the sense that wallpapers generally are not obtainable. And so like getting that wallpaper is that's exclusive of the exclusive. Like avatar skins, those typically get reintroduced because those are, very common money makers with people constantly making new classes or coming to the game. But,
yeah.
Get it.
Sorry, just chat little pop off.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, hey, I'm here in Florida, and we got lawns. It's everybody's grass is dead right now, though. Everybody's grass is dead because it's been fucking below freezing the last couple days. So Florida's freaking out. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, I went golfing in shorts today, dude. What?
Oh fuck, San Diego, dude.
I was like, oh, it's nippy, and then I walked outside. I'm like, never mind. I forgot. I don't live in Minnesota anymore.
So. What an amazing episode. Thank you guys so much again.
Can I just ask one little interesting question?
Yeah, please do. It would open up for you guys.
Which audience, because excluding the MMO audience, because that's the obvious one, which player base do you think will have a larger interest or turnover, like come over to Lost Ark from the MOBA versus ARPG.
ARPG.
So like League and Dota versus PoE and Diablo.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Fuck,
I'm a marker.
I think
ARPG.
Yeah, I think ARPGs are going to be more prone, but if in an MMO community as a general, I think BDO players are sick of not having any type of a fell system that's forgiving. So to be able to at least MMO players. But yeah, ARPGs, I think it's going to translate very well. Very well for them.
We just know that there were a lot of pro league people
that
were interested in the game.
I mean, look
And
at
so
Seen that.
look at it from the actual Korean standpoint. You have one of the greatest top laners of all time, the godfather of top lane, Flame, plays Lost Ark and streams it.
Yeah,
And
he's been playing it forever.
yeah, and he plays Reaper and he complains about it all the fucking time. It's great. Like,
I've even noticed people
Mad
from
Life,
FPS.
Mad Life plays.
Yep. Yep.
That's like, this game's got some serious implications to make waves in this scene. And
Absolutely.
and if we get that the reason I partly asked this is because if we get that mod mode
Oh
with,
yeah.
the little Dota
Little
mode.
Dota mode, yeah.
Little-
I don't know, dude.
That's gonna be
that's spice for me,
intense,
dude. Like,
Yeah,
playing,
that's gonna be really, really
It's
intense.
gonna be fun.
dude, I'm
I'm gonna be
I'm ready,
Mario. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, Mario Party, sick. I'm gonna have so much fun.
dude.
all little events.
This is like, I said this on stream. This is being like finally joining everyone at the steps before like walking under the arch into the fucking actual new world of like the excitement that this game has for the States. Like this game has so much potential to make massive ripples in the scene. And
Well, because this is it. But there are no titles outside of like pre-existing titles. There are no new titles for many years,
Mhm.
and there's nothing that is
I mean, what's the next big MMO that could possibly come out? It's like,
technically it's
God,
supposed to be Ashes,
Ashes.
but I have my own thoughts about Ashes. I think that it's not. I don't think it will necessarily be bad.
can we
mhm.
but I don't
consider
think
any game that's in?
I don't think it's
like,
going to live up to the expectations that have been
Yeah.
placed on it
Mhm.
and the
Sure.
depth in which they want the systems to be. I don't think they're going to be able to make them that in depth and that complex. But then it's like literally after that, like all the current MMOs that are on the market,
Mhm.
all those companies are saying that they want to continue developing those games for the next 10 years. And so, Lost Ark is kind of like, this is the new title and this is what we've got for a while until
Riot
the
MMO.
Riot MMO.
Exactly.
Like that's the actual like next like legitimate big title.
Mm.
It's gonna be nuts too.
I mean, are you guys-
Riot never makes a bad product, so
Yeah, true that. Have you guys looked into Project BBQ yet?
oh yeah.
I'm just waiting for like more info on it.
Yeah.
any info?
Any info. Like,
They're talking
like,
about it being
we've seen the-
released this year. Like,
That'd be cool.
what's
Released at the end.
what's crazy to me is like Project BBQ obviously has tons of potential when you have a game like DFO like funding or like shoveling money into this game to be developed.
Yep.
But bro, if they come out bare bones, like I don't give a shit how dope that combat is. Like people are gonna be like, no content, you're gonna get the same fucking feel. You're gonna have to go through the same growing pains that Lost Ark did. I think that game's gonna get pushed back personally. But Gianchet said also something important so that I can make it a little bit better for editing purposes and drive traffic to your guys' respective streams. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves and what your community is in general? Dadrage, we'll start with Zzav. We'll start with Zzav so you can get a feel.
All right, well, everyone, I'm Zzav. I'm the best chest on Twitch, and
Goddamn right.
we wear flannels every stream. It's kind of what we do. It's our little thing. We've been playing MMOs, variety of MMOs for over a decade now, and Lost Ark is going to be our mainstay for some time going forward.
Hell yeah.
And we're a masochist because we play Scrapper as our main class
Yeah.
in PvP.
True. True.
I mean, that's no better. You're playing Warlord, bro.
Hey, the best PVE class. What do you mean?
I mean,
Listen, hey, listen. What do you mean, dude? Warlord's A tier.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's true.
Exactly.
But
Great
the,
class, dude.
the
Exactly.
difficulty of Warlord is what I'm worried about.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I don't know why I'm playing this class.
No,
Probably
it's
just play
probably
I should probably play Blaster, honestly.
Should blast
All
out.
right, my turn. Hi, I'm Dadrage. Yeah, I just play video games. I've been playing MMOs since you guys were in diapers.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, I don't know. I make a lot of dumb dad jokes. I get upset over stupid things, mostly because I make stupid decisions. Yeah. Hi. Come hang out. Yeah.
One of the most enjoyable people to watch on Twitch because your rage is quite wholesome, and also you're very self-aware, and I appreciate. And I love your humor. Like I'm on that
Beyond.
same Oh, well, you got to give a dad joke. Dino wants one dad joke. What was the one from that was going to be streamed tonight?
I don't think I have one lined up. I could just go with Rufio and then
Okay,
go.
Rufio. Why should people
Me?
go to your
What?
channel?
Why are you not in my channel? That's the question. What? Why should you? Why are you not already? No, I don't know. What do I always say at the beginning of my stream chat when we get a raid? My name is Rufio. I'm 5'6.5" tall. I mean a blade. I like long walks on the beach. I listen to Drake religiously. I mainly play PvE.
That's like
yeah,
that-
I don't
that-
know.
He has an obsession with Supreme for some reason.
I have a dumb suppression. I'm like a micro hype beast. I buy dumb shit all the time. I mainly donate all of my subs. I think so come if you want to donate to charity. Come hang out with me. Yeah. I donate to charity. And I don't know. I'm just out here vibing. I also found VR chat, so you guys I'm pretty savvy on the internet.
You've been streaming it?
No, I found a way to actually play Lost Ark in VR chat. So I'm gonna be in VR chat playing Lost Ark in a New York rainy cafe. So it's gonna be a vibe. That's my new stream now.
Wait, what?
Nah, it's the thing. Yeah, I figured this out. Like I've been working on it offline, and now I'm like low key obsessed. So you guys can be a DJ next to me in a cafe with your cat ear girls.
What? I don't want to do that.
Laffy wants cat boys, not cat girls.
Or cat. Are you going to be a cat boy? That's fine.
He's already gotten catfish.
I got catfish last night. It was not fun. All right.
Literally in Discord with this guy. I'm working on videos, and he's like, "Yo, this girl could sing." Like,
right?
What?
Yeah, it wasn't her.
And then
it was a tall.
Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, no. What about you, DJ? Why?
I just want to.
Why do people want to watch your stream?
Why would they? Because look at this beautiful ass paladin behind me. You see that bustling gold chest? God
Yeah,
damn.
look at that sweater.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at these homeless sweaters.
It's made from your mother's pubic hair. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways,
Wow.
So friends,
all the more reason why. I rest my case.
You guys are already here. You're fine. This is the content that is on my channel. I appreciate you guys so very much. Who's going live? Are you guys both going live right now?
No. In a little bit.
Okay, you're gonna go in a little bit. Zzav, are you going live right after this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go again.
Okay,
just a little bit.
Yeah, give it to him.
You say your goodbyes to the this part, and then we'll transfer and host you after this.
Goodbye, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope to come back again sometime. I love talking about this game. It's gonna be the greatest thing that we get this year.
Zzav. What do you use to clean a pig?
A pig?
Yep.
I don't know.
Ham sanitizer.
Ah.
You're welcome. Have a good
I'm not
stream.
even.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I Listen, Dadrage. I've been writing a book recently about how to go up and down stairs. Okay.
Oh my.
It's a step-by-step guide.
All right.
Oh
Well,
my
did you guys at least hear about the giant with diarrhea? It's all over town.
Oh my god. Okay.
Anyway, I'm done.
Zzav, go ahead and
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for being on this episode. You guys are wonderful. We'll hang out for a few minutes. Dad, if you got to go do
Yeah, you
some
lost
stuff.
like 40 viewers. Sorry.
Did I? I mean, that makes.
Jeez.
Please go follow these wonderful human beings. Please.